Yes, man. Hey, the beat that gets the blood flowing in the morning, man. It's 11 a.m. for some of you, or just gone past 11 a.m. So, listen, big up to each and every one of you guys, man. Keep smashing the like, keep subscribing to the channel, keep sharing it, keep doing all that beautiful stuff you guys keep doing to help this channel grow. Big up to the man them in the building. JJ's been on a day release. They've put him in the office. Roms is joining us early in the morning as well, so we appreciate the love, bro. Savage is now left the graveyard. And now I don't know what in the hell is going on behind him, but someone's getting moved to. Big up to the man them. Love for love, as always, man. Today's stream, guys, I wanted to have a different type of conversation. Normally, because for some reason, you man's takes are getting me cooked in the comment section. So today, I don't get cooked no more. So today, we're going to find the solutions. We're going to try and find solutions to help our gaffer solve the issues, what's going on at the football club currently, right? So I want to talk about the forgotten man them, like the man them that's just sitting there, not getting played, sitting there looking confused, real on the bench, waking himself up because he was like dying asleep because the game is so dead. I want to know what you guys think. We're going to look at the tactical board, put some players in and see who we believe should play. But before we get going, guys, man, we're just checking with the man them to make sure the mental's in a good spot, man. Apart from football, obviously. How's the man them today, man, before we go?
I'm good, bro. I'm good.
Yeah,
That's good. Aside from ball, just it's calm. It's calm. It's just this club, innit? It's just this club.
This club is mad. Nah, sometimes you have to just forget about the club, man. I swear to God. Sometimes you just lock off away from football. Like I remember back in the day when Liverpool used to lose, I never used to watch Match of the Day. I just lock it up. Nah, I swear to God, like Liverpool lose one match of the day, bro, because there's no point. My highlight is I want to see the other teams and I want to see my team cook. But if I know we lost, bro, I don't care. I'd see the other man them smiling and celebrating goals while we're there just picking the ball out the back of our net. Ah, man.
I'm slightly like that now, bro. Like when I look at all the tactical stuff and I watch the game back, it has to be the next day. When the minute we lost, I turned my phone off, bro. No one can contact me, bro. Simple as that. I'll do everything the following day, but yeah, man.
And I think I might leave group chats now. I think even the ones with my brethrens in it, I think I'm gonna leave because there's no conversation. They don't tag me and stuff. Everyone normally just conversate. As soon as my team is playing and we don't get a result, they're tagging. Yo, what's going on with your team? I don't know. Am I the manager, bro? Am I playing? I don't know. But might leave them group chats because I'm not had enough of them as well, bro. Let's start with this conversation, man. Where am I? Let's get here. Let's go with first one. Arne Slot. Obviously, we're not gonna sack him as it stands. He's gonna get more time to try and fix and rectify what's going on at the moment. It's not a slot in, slot out conversation. It's more, I want to know where you guys are at in terms of how long should we realistically give him. Obviously, take away how we feel in the immediate moment now in terms of should we just get rid of him now. I'm just saying, how long do you think he should get realistically to try and fix what's going on? The other side of the argument most people have is he's won us a league. No problem. He won the first 7 out of 10 games in the league. No problem. But now we're in a bad run of form. 4 losses in a row. We don't know where the next win is going to come from because the players look short of ideas. They look short of confidence. The senior players are not firing as much as they should do. And I don't see the way out at the moment for the gaffer. So open floor, man, them who wants to take the first one. But Arne Slot, man, how long should we give him? How much time should he be given? Because yeah, I don't know. If we give him too long, are we low in the standards? If we give him the whole season, where's our standards at as a football club currently? Are we? I don't believe we should be just sacking managers left, right, and center. I don't believe in that. But if you're not doing your job, then in any walk of life, bro, you'll be out. And I've seen lower clubs pull the trigger of man. I'm like, rah, that's a bit harsh. And that's lower clubs with no real expectation and no disrespect to them, but they're not. Their expectation ain't to win the Prem and win, the Champions League. How long are we giving him to fix this up?
For me, I said it yesterday, innit? When does a blip become a crisis? When does a poor run of form become like, nah, this is something a bit more sinister? So how long do you leave it? Do you leave it a game, 2 games? Are you comfortable winning the next game, but the performance is the same, but you win it last minute again, and then you win the next game last minute, but then you lose back-to-back 3 games again? I don't know. It's a difficult one. I think for me, it's not even a matter of winning at this moment in time. So if I don't see an identity or an attempt at an identity, and I'll give him probably in the next 3 games where I can see, okay, this is what we're doing every single game, regardless whether I like it or not. It could be long ball football, it could be possession, it could be transition, counter-attack, it doesn't matter. But if I see like an identity, then it's like, all right, you just get to the end of the season now. It is what it is. The season's done anyway, bro. You're not going to win the league. You ain't winning Champions League with this team anyway. So, and with the way these players are playing. So it's like, yeah, you just run it to the end of the season. But if in the next 3 games, I see the same thing again, same wingers playing, same midfield playing, same fullbacks playing, then it's like, boy, cut the cord now, innit? That's the way I'd look at it.
No, but
I remember, like, when you deep it, because when you deep it, I just thought about it. There's been pure managers that have like won the league 1 year, second year they got sacked. Pure managers, Pellegrini, Conte.
I got the date to run through more yesterday.
Oh yeah. Run it.
Yeah.
I get my list out again, bro. It's fine by me, bro.
I would hear.
Now that we got it, February 17th, 2017, Claudio Ranieri lost his job after winning the league for Leicester. September 18th, 2015, Jose Mourinho lost his job after winning the league for Chelsea the year before. 1st of February 2016, Pellegrini lost his job after winning Man City the league before. May 13th, 2013, Mancini lost his job after winning Man City their first league title, bro. And there's Conte in there. I could throw that in there. 2016-17 season, he lost his job after winning Chelsea the league, bro. And all of them managers are better than him, bro. So I keep seeing them throwing Ranieri's name in the chat when we're talking about Slot. Ranieri's better than him, bro. He won the league with Leicester. I don't know what man are talking about, bro. They didn't have no built-up team, bro. Man had Christian Fuchs and them, man, and Wes Morgan. So listen, this guy can go still. For me, the international break's the 15th of November, innit? You got till then, big man. And then you can leave, bro. And then we can sort out the manager in that time.
Just to echo what both of you are saying, I think JJ hit the nail on the head, because I've said, listen, even from the summer, I don't know about you two, and I know this might be a bit harsh, but when we said, I've never rated Frimpong from a Leverkusen or Celtic. I'm not singling him out, by the way. I'm going to go through player for player, but when we signed him, that signing didn't make sense, knowing that we're going to play this formation. For me, it's never made sense, and now he's not even he's not even playing. Kirkes, if you're going to use him as a left-sided centre-back in build-up, which isn't really his strength. I know what's concerning about him. One thing you applauded him on when he was at Bournemouth is his crossing. He can't even cross a ball now. He actually can't even cross a ball. It's stark. But for me, I echo what both of you two are saying. I'm looking at up until the international break now, because I've been really thinking of it, And like JJ said, let's say if we got... I would rather like 2 draws and a win, but he's changed formation, changed personnel, and you can see some longevity towards it, other than 3 wins, winning it last 90 minutes, bro. And he's keeping the same stuff. I'd rather see, like JJ said, some sort of identity, some sort of longevity that we can say, you know what, there's some continuity towards this, that we can see this kind of working going forward. But if he's just going to be stubborn, and what's worrying is, we already know the Dutch. Look at Dutch managers that have come to the Premier League. They are stubborn. By nature, they're stubborn as well. And this looks like another Ten Hag situation. Yes, Slot won the league, but you're just stubborn in your ways and you're not willing to change anything. And if that carries on, this is insanity, bro. Carrying on same results without changing anything. So for me, I agree with you, Savage, bro. We need to see at least till the international break. I'm not going to say Slot out now, but if it gets there and he's using the same players, the same formation, bro, then it's time to go, because now you're just trying to piss us off. I said this to End yesterday. I think he knows what can be rectified, but he's dying on his hill. He's being wrong and strong. He wants to die on his hill, and eventually it's going to get him sacked. That's the way it is, in my opinion.
Yeah, the worst thing about this whole situation, is that, we talk about, Slot. yeah, he needs to be like to show some sort of like personality. He's got to make big decisions. That's what managers need to do and stuff. Ironically, the club got to move like that as well, because to go and when you go and look at certain other teams when they go and sack a manager and they're like, why have you guys done that? And then it ends up working out, right? You're like, why have you sacked this person? Or why has this person left? And you're like, why would you do that so early? And then you look at it and you're like, oh, yeah, that's why they did it. The club are going to be looking at that as well. Like, let's just be honest. They spent 500 million on players, right? But there's no excuse now. There's, like in previous seasons where we could look at it and be like, Klopp, although it's not the case anyway, because Klopp kind of cleared it up, but people would be like, but he's not getting any money, and there's injuries, and there's this and there's that, and Virgil van Dijk's out, and he's got everyone fit. Everyone fit. The best squad I've seen in the Liverpool team. And yeah, to your point, even like you're saying that we signed Frimpong, why did you do this? It was his choice to sign him. I never cared about the players. I never cared about what players we'd sign, as long as at the beginning of the season, the manager goes, yeah, this is the squad I want. If he had come out and been like, nah, I didn't want these players, and then it's a different discussion. We're having a different, Mourinho done that loads of times. He's like, bro, I didn't get the players I wanted.
Yeah,
he's there. He got bar Gay, he got every single player he wanted. Every single player. He got 2 forwards. He got the number 10, which we broke the record for twice, by the way, with Isak and Wirtz. You got a left back. You got a right back. You got a young centre back in, right? The one that he wanted. He then wanted to go and get Gahey. He also managed to go and keep the players he wanted to keep. He signed up Salah for the season after. Yeah. What's the excuse? There's no excuse. So, and by the way, and Jurgen Klopp kind of said it in his interview. I don't know if you listened to it yesterday.
Yeah, I watched it. Yeah.
I need to watch it.
But he's gone and been like, yeah, but like, he won't even put his shade on Slot, but I took it like that anyway. He was like, yeah, but what player should I play? What should I do? But that's being a manager, bruv. At the beginning of the season, you've got 25 players and there's 11 starting places. So he was saying that there's more players that will be unhappy with the decision that you make than they'll be happy. Because there's 25 players in the squad and you only got 11 starting. So you got 14 man. You got 14 man that are just sitting around doing nothing, hoping to get on and trying to fight for a place. So of course you're going to do that. So I don't even want to hear about he doesn't know what to do, and that's part and parcel of being a manager. So
you know what, JJ? Though it's funny you mentioned a player Gahey there, yeah. The people some of our fans are obsessed with him and look what he's done, credit in the bank, this, that, and other. They will have an excuse. They'll start identifying areas that we didn't strengthen, that he didn't even want to strengthen himself. So they'll start saying, but we didn't get the extra centre back we needed. By the way, our fault, because why are we leaving it till deadline day? That doesn't make sense. Then they'll address but we needed a DM. Gravenberch isn't the typical 6. But then, hold on, last season no one was saying this. Do you know what I mean? It's only now that we're losing games. But there will still be excuses from the fan base. We all know this, bro. There'll be something to say, but he didn't have this, he didn't have that. But like you said, JJ, and what you're leaning to Klopp saying, you're not ever going to have everything. The only club I can say right now that have everything, in my opinion, is Arsenal. But it's rare that you have everything in your team to click. So he needs to figure it out. But there still will be excuses. I agree with you, JJ. There is no excuse this season. The money.
The excuses have already started. They've already started. I see them everywhere, man. Everyone's protecting man already, bro, for no reason. You don't need your protection, bro, because he keeps coming out in interviews agreeing with the man, then, bro. He's agreeing with us dissing him, bro. Every time he says he's got a problem, it's what we said on the stream already. So why is everyone protecting man that don't need protecting, bro?
And then he's not changing it, Savage. That's how I know he's trying to piss us off. He's agreed with us.
Yeah, bro. Like, this is what I said to these man, bro. I promise you, like, he thinks he's doing the right thing, bro, and he's trying to stick by it. He's one of them philosophy managers, and that was like, this is my thing. I'm gonna go with it, bro. But I just can't have it, man. Like, I understand people think it's reactive and that, but that's because you like just started thinking this now, bro. I didn't like this guy in the first place, bro. And like I said, it's been like a year of bad football, bro. It's damn near a year. So when he was running off on holiday and all that stuff when we won the league, bro, I knew back then, bro. Said, okay, this is professional, and everyone wants to go on holiday and that, bro. Nah, man, because he's telling us that he knew the football was bad since then. He said that we got figured out since then. So you went on holiday. If you already won the league, then surely start figuring out your formation and that now, bro.
You know, that would have been the best time to implement it. The best time to, it doesn't matter about the damn results. What we're going to do now, we know we need to change something. We're going to start implementing it now. So by the next season, we can do it. If you go back to even look at what Klopp did, right? Klopp went and they started implementing the inverted thing with Trent the season before. So by the time the next season started, we were on, of course, it didn't work out, but we were on course for a quadruple season.
Yeah,
with Trent as an inverted.
That's fair.
And then we fell away, obviously, Klopp's final season, but it was a quadruple charge. We were in for every trophy. So he implemented a system that was clearly successful enough to keep you competing. But we're faltering, 2 months into the season?
Yeah, it's not worth it, man. I understand people that want to give him time. I'm not against it. I just don't use the excuse of he won us the league, bro. I'm not trying to hear it, bro. As we just pointed out, better managers have lost their job, bro. Yeah, I mean, man, know that like Real Madrid, my Spanish team, bro. Ancelotti got removed, bro. Quick time. He won hear what I'm saying. He won the treble the season before, Champions League and the Liga, by the way, involved in that treble. Season after, them man told him early as well. They didn't tell him at the end of the season. They told him with like 12 games left. Yeah, this is your last time still. and then they went and told Alonso early. You see, when you're done with that Leverkusen foolishness, yeah, this is your job. Told man early, bro. And then Ancelotti got the Brazil job while he was the Real Madrid manager. That's how it worked. It was just like, yo, run that now, bro. And then man are talking about, yeah, you might have to go prison still, car tax charge and that. And then Perez said, say, he ain't a Real Madrid done anyway, bro. But that's what you have to do. Because when I just said to you, man, I'll give man to the international break. I'm being kind, but obviously you're going to need time to sort things out. Our games leading up to the international break, bro, it's Villa, Man City, and Real Madrid in a row, bro. I'm not trying to wait till after that. So I'm just letting him get his back kicked in. So, man, I can prove to man that it's shit, bro. And then get him out. Yeah, because he's not social, bro. He's not going to save himself in them games. Yeah,
but we got you go on, Rom.
I was going to say the most recent example, En's just alluded to it, yeah. A team that has no real expectation this season sacked their manager as soon as the full-time whistle went. He wasn't even out the ground, bro. He's still in the vicinity, bro. And then I've seen him drive out the ground, taking selfies with players, bro, with kids and whatnot, bro. Like, yeah, bro. Like, it's mad. Like,
Rob, did you see Yates' interview, bro? The captain.
Bro,
they just told him that his gaffer's gone. It was 17 minutes after the match, bro. So he comes on for the normal Sky interview and he's all flustered and I was like, what do you think about the sacking of Antoine Skog? He's like, yeah, the game. He goes like, when did you find out? I was like, well, I went into the change room and I heard some whispering from the boys and Antoine in there, bro. Like he said he came in and spoke to us about the game, left. And then when I went back in, he went in there, bro.
Savage. When have you ever seen an owner leave their seat mid-game? That's when I knew.
The camera, bro. That's drama, you know, bro. The camera was on his face for the whole game, bro. Just in his stretched out Primark t-shirt, bro. Looking like a slob, bro. Just looking like a slob. And you knew what was going to happen, bro. Who did Chelsea do that to, bro? Was it Gosling for someone, bro? In the tunnel.
Yeah.
Man just told man he was sacked in the tunnel, like, yo.
So what did they do that day, bro? Was it them Americans when you've been served in that, hand man an envelope and that, like you sacked, leave.
Tony
I've got a feeling. Go on.
Just said out Potter in. I've just seen a notification. Potter's just been appointed Sweden manager. You can't get far.
Yeah.
Sorry, carry on, JJ. Carry on.
No, I was just gonna say like that. Listen, that whole thing with Postecoglou, he probably just said, for the respect of himself, what you think I'm gonna run a team talk and I'm gonna thank them, man, and I'm kiting because apparently, from what I heard on TNT Sports, the whole backroom stuff was still there, chilling, trying to figure out like, what's going on. Yeah, bro. So it's one of them ones where, look, all I'm saying is, right, I'm not saying like, look, for me, I never wanted him anyway. I've been screaming I wanted De Zerbi. I've been screaming for him. I was called I'm a hipster. Any in the chat used to say I'm a hipster talk. I always wanted De Zerbi, but it's because I like the fact that I can see something and there's an identity. When he was at Sassuolo, there's an identity. When he went to Brighton, there's an identity. He's at Marseille now, there's an identity. The fact that Pep Guardiola's talking about him saying, yeah, I'm taking things from him. Like he's the guy. You go and get that guy in it about an identity. We've gotten Slot, who apparently has got a similar philosophy to Klopp. But seemingly, the more time is going on, we're moving further away from what Klopp's football was to what this is now, which is just a mismatch and a of just random stuff. You've got a couple players that played one system. They played a slower system under Jabi Alonso. You've got a right back. They're asking to play right back, who's not even getting the chance to play right back, because I think he actually be the best right back at the club. But he's a right wing back, but he's not getting games. We're playing the centre mid there instead, right? We're trying to still play to Salah, but Salah's cooked. Wirtz isn't getting touches. We're forcing this Isak thing when, let's be honest, bruv, EKITIKE is the best forward at the club. You have to just play him, and Isak's got to fight for his place, unfortunately. It is what it is, right? We've got, in previous games, we had, I mean, Gakpo obviously played well in the last game, and obviously you can see he's trying to be that guy for Liverpool. But in the games before, when he's been crap, we had Rio sitting on the bench when he could have affected the game against Newcastle. Doesn't start the next game. It's just a complete madness. Like, I don't understand what's going on, and I don't think he knows what he's doing now either. I think he's just lost. He's looking at that tactics ball thinking, yeah, I don't even know what to do. And then he'll be like, and I think in the morning he'll be like, I think this stuff happens. He'll be like, yeah, you know what, Salah's not going to play and this person's going to play instead. And then he bumps into Salah, do you know what I mean, in the canteen, and Salah's like, yeah. We're saying, big man. Punches him in the chest, and it's like, oh yeah, when I play, I'm taking a free kick next game, yeah? And you're like, what? And all of a sudden he goes back into the room. He's like, oh shit, I've got to play Salah. Because why is Salah taking free kicks now? Where's the order, bro? Where's the...
Has he ever scored a free kick for us? I'm genuinely...
He's never scored a free kick even for Egypt.
He never scored a free kick in his life, bro, not for Egypt.
Now he's standing over them like, yeah, I'm the guy. I'm good. What's going on, bro? You've got Soboslai that slapped one in, and Soboslai's not taking it.
I've seen Wirtz hit the post crossbar with his last free kick, scored them. And I'm like, so he can't stand over them either, bro. Like, just sending man away. Then the set piece.
At this point, I know it's like Celtic tax, but at this point, let Verge stand over a free kick, bro. He's got previous. Yeah, he's got previous. Do you know?
But you know what? He's got previous. But you know, there was like a hierarchy. It was like, oh, but I know Virgil's there, but Trent's taking the free kicks, innit? So it's like, all right, cool. But right now, it's like Salah just saying, I'm doing me. It's me. Why is he taking a free kick from 40 yards trying to whip it in? It was a decent free kick. I'm like, what's that? Why are you doing that? Since when? So who's making this decision? Is that Slot just saying, yeah, Salah, what do you think we should do? Yeah, you stand over the free kick. You just make something happen. It's like, what? It's madness to me, brother. It's madness, bro.
My boy said something to me as well, yeah. You know how you know this Slot guy don't know what he's doing and he's under stress as well? Normally when you're in a rut like this and there's a crisis, first place you want to be in the morning is back at the training ground, rectifying stuff. Man's always on holiday. I'm hearing he was in Dubai. Last international break.
I can't confirm or deny it, bro, but he apparently came back with a tan. I don't know.
No. He was in Dubai. No, he was in Dubai.
This is mad.
This is why it goes back. When me and Savage last season, we were complaining with you, Enz, and we're like, bruv, the team going on, and I'm seeing the team gone to Dubai. He's an Ibiza. He cocked himself a rollie. The Slot's got the bottle out, and they're like this, hey. Do you know what I mean? And he's like, bruv, he done up. I can't believe what the manager was doing. And since he's got the rollie, everything's gone left.
No way he's a prick, bruv, if he's gone to Dubai, bruv. Because that Sky Sports interview, when homie asked him, like, when everyone went away to international break, what are you doing? He said, yeah, you get a break, so not really, because I've been watching videotapes and that, bro. Lying, bro. Unless you watched on the plane, bro. He's a prick, bro.
He's been watching videotapes. He's been watching videotapes of the bizzles on the table and that, thinking, yeah, that was a sweet one. Yeah.
He might take the work with him though on holiday.
So what man doing up sugar daddy in Dubai and that, getting out to shit on his stomach, bro? Nah, bro, allow that, bro.
JJ, his wife trying to look at his phone. He's got that new screen protector, just turning it away from him.
And so you can't pry, you can't look.
He's on the sofa and that, and he's in the corner with his legs up and that. Mrs. is like, what, are you going to have dinner? Nah, I'm all right. I'm just working.
Yeah, but regular man watch porn, bro, and he's watching Salah, blood.
Yeah.
Speaking of Salah, Mac, and the man them, Curtis had something to say in terms of the difficult moments. Now we have to use this and we want what we want. We will get through this together. All focus on Wednesday. Thank you for your support as always. Big up to Curtis for that. But McAllister and Salah, I've highlighted those two as the two big problems in the starting 11 that we need to change. Chat, I want to know what you guys think, and obviously, Mandem, I want to know what you guys think. Those are the two for me. And it's mad. I deleted it. I did my pre-recorded for the preview, so that will drop at 6 because I was going to be busy. I thought I could do it live, but I can't. Bro, it showed in the Premier League. Salah has had one successful dribble so far this in the league.
Are we surprised?
No, but when I say that, I want to add context to it. I don't, because normally the caveat is, well, you want him to dribble past 6 players? No, I just want him to dribble past his fullback and get the ball in the box or cross or create or whatever. That's all.
And you're doing too much. I just want him to hit the target, bro. I'm not even asking you to score. Just hit the target, bro. Like, and you know what? Everyone knows my feelings. I've never put him here like most of us fan base. Never. From day one, right? Not my type of footballer at all. However, one thing, everyone always tells me, numbers, GA. At least even do that. I'm used to the shit performances. I'm used to you ghosting for most of the game. This is nothing new to me personally. Yeah, you had an unprecedented season last season, big up, but you're not even hitting the target now. We spoke about this yesterday, and just that this guy should have been dropped about a month ago. But yes, politics, and this is the thing. Slot, listen, everyone's like, oh, he doesn't make bold enough decisions. We saw last season hooking Kwanzaa after 45 minutes, dropping Trent. Sometimes Salah will come off early. He has made bold decisions before, so he now needs to do it into this season. I'm not trying to hear he signed a 400k contract. He's one of our best players, whatnot. Football's about what have you done for me lately. Let's be honest. Yeah, we won the league last season, but this is a new season now, bro. He has been one of our worst performing players, and I know the title, not the title, but the subtitle ends is drop Salah and Mac. But after you speak about them two, there's another 2 players that I want to speak about as well that need to come out of this team. I'm just saying, but he needs to be dropped, bro.
But even on the Salah on the ruthless thing, right? It's when you deep it, and I kind of thought about it. I'm like, why is it not being ruthless? Do you know, like, situations allow you to be ruthless, innit? So you know, like Kwanzaa, it's easy to be ruthless with him because Kwanzaa is from the academy. He's a young player. He's from the academy. Yeah. It's a blessing for him to be in the team. Like, likewise, when Trent and they would have had rumblings on that Trent doesn't want to sign the deal, it's easy to drop a Trent because you can use the argument that Trent isn't committed to the team and you can do all of that. When a player's injured and you don't have, do you know what I mean? If Jota's always injured or Nunes is out of form, it's easy to then be like, I'm going to play Diaz and Gakpo, you can play as well, right? The problem he's got now is everyone's fit. And not only that, you've signed these players. So now you're looking at these players, and again, when he came in last season, it was like, rah, these are the players I've got to work with them. Now these players that you worked with, they're the ones that won you the league. So how do you turn around to McAllister and tell him, actually, yeah, you're not going to play anymore. You're not the main guy. How do you go and tell a Salah, yeah, you know what? You got your best numbers last year, but you're being dropped because it's not really working out in training and stuff. Because clearly, it's not like Salah's ripping it up in training. And then, bruv, form is form, bruv. I guarantee you he's missing shots. So if you're missing the target in games consistently, you're doing the same thing in training, right? Yeah. And we've seen it with Nunes even when you had the Uruguay thing. Like, yeah, he'd score goals. He'd also miss a lot of chances and that. So the way I look at it, he's now in a sticky situation because he hasn't got the easy way out. You just got to have the sit-down conversation like a Mourinho would do. And be like, yeah, you're not playing. Maresca's moving with Sterling, which is mad savage. But he's like, yeah, bro, you're not part of the team still. You're just not part of the team. And the people he's doing that with are the ones that, again, they're easy targets. You're doing that with Chiesa because he done it last season and Chiesa wasn't up to speed. He can do that with Rio. Yeah, you're not getting on the bench. He can do that with Kirkes because performances are rubbish and you can hook him off. But then he starts him again. So it's like, I mean, it's weird. It's weird. And I can see he's upset in that apple cart. Like, I told you, man, right? Luis Diaz weren't happy, bro. That's why he left. He weren't happy with a certain individual, bro.
He did.
He weren't happy with a certain individual. You think Robertson's happy with Slot at this moment in time? You think Frimpong's happy? Do you think Jones is happy? Yeah, especially now that team's not playing well. You can't even get a sniff. Boy, it's dark.
And that's what's absurd. The fact the team's not playing well and he's not even trying to look in your direction it's mad. It is mad. JJ, we were saying yesterday, me and Dean, you've kicked balls, Savage, you've kicked balls well. We know this. When Ekitike came on, dropped the shoulder, beat 2 man. And when you ras it, Rose, that's to say to the manager, F you. I've done it. But I've had to come on and I'm vexed. I'm like, hold on, someone's starting ahead of me. I'll do something on purpose to piss off the manager. And I'll kind of give him that look like, yeah, that's why should have started me. And consistently, again, 5 minutes later, he has the same sort of chance from the left. And it was a couple meters away from the far post. But I'm calling it from now. Ekitike won't be here beyond the summer. If this carries on, he just won't be here before the summer. He'll have so much suitors. I know they say, if you don't play as much, your value drops. No. Big clubs aren't stupid. They can see his talent, bro. And I wouldn't be surprised if a Chelsea come knocking for him. The French contingent over there, all of the I see something this morning. I think it's an old photo of him holding up a signed Chelsea shirt as well.
He was linked to Chelsea when he was linked to Newcastle before.
Exactly. I reckon. Look. Lewandowski's not getting any younger at Barca. They're going to be in for a 9 very soon. They used to say they don't come in for.
Nah, he's cold, you know. I'm not gonna lie. I am happy Newcastle didn't get that brother, you know.
Yeah, bro.
I didn't know he was this good. They just said, this guy's cold. Bro. I did not know he was this. Because you know what, Savage? I only watched him once. It was the Spurs game where he scored. But I like to watch at least 90 minutes before I have a fair assessment of a player. I just thought, you know what? When we signed him, he looks good in that. But let me watch more of him. I did not know he was this good, bro. I did not know.
He's been cold, bro. I remember, bro, and then we was watching the compilation in the back office, and Jason one move and said, yeah. And there was like, does he play like this in the Bundesliga? Now they know because it was asking me, does he play like this in the Bundesliga? And I said, what did I say to you, lot? Why does it keep showing the Dortmund clip? Because I remember the game. I felt terrorized, bro. Like it's winding me up. He plays like that all the time, bro. He's got the right attitude in that, man. It might end up to be one of them things where that's the reason why Slot gets out of here, bro. Because when man them like that you pay big money for start kicking up a fuss and that, it's like, who do we choose, the manager or you? But there's gonna be a whole team of men who are like, yeah, bond this Slot guy, bro. Like, he ain't it. And that's for Salah, bro. Yeah, get him out of here, bro. Fucking shit, bro. It's been scatty, bro. I told man this from way back, bro. I don't care about the goals and assists, bro. Like, you can use that as your argument, bro, but don't try and bully me into rating him as a baller, bro, because he ain't.
Thank you.
He's scatty, bro. He's scatty. Like, it doesn't matter what man say to me, bro. It is what it is. I like what I like, bro. So, yeah, I can't argue with what goals and assists you got on that. But, bro, time's up now, man. Better people than you have left this club, bro. I'll just let you know that. You get me?
Facts, bro.
What about McAllister?
You're taking the piss, bro.
No, what?
Nah, you're taking the piss, bro. I told you, blood, about this synchronized swimming ute, blood. That hat, that bobsled hat, bro. This is a dickhead business, but why does it look like that, bro?
Savage, take your pick. Synchronized swimming. McAllister
better check.
He looks like a scrum half as well.
You know when man them take off. Yeah, bro. That's why it looks like, you know, you take off the F1 helmet and that, bro, and they got the hat underneath and that, bro.
Yeah.
What it's saying, the astronaut and that.
Bro.
You know,
the Neil Armstrong thing. Man look like Buzz Lightyear and that, bro.
Nah, you better deep, bro. Nah, listen,
he needs to firm it. Sorry, he needs to firm it, by the way. He needs to just firm it, bro. Like honestly, but with my players, bro, if it's that, it hurts that much, come off the pitch, bro. Otherwise, just rub your head, bro. I don't care if it's league pouring blood, bro. Just carry on playing.
They're not as strong as they used to be.
And then why did he even need that? Because when you see a lot of head injuries, they'll slap on bare Vaseline and
they did slap the Vaseline on. I did see them do that, but I think it's just something they just do now. It must be.
No. It's something we do because I've not seen this. I've not seen this anywhere else. Bro.
There's been pure head injuries this season, bro.
Has there been like blood drawn though head injuries though?
Yeah, 100%. The other day, this is gonna bug me. One actually happened the other day. I can't remember now, but you see it all the time. They have that black kind of bandage, and they'll just keep wrapping it.
It's the tape. It's the tape that used for the socks and that.
Man's head up. Maybe they're going that's cutting off circulation as well. So they go, let's use something different.
Bruv, I saw a Velcro strap being wrapped around his neck. I was like, bro, what the flip is going on, bro?
All right, look, back to what I said though, bro. I've highlighted these two. For me personally, I feel like McAllister in the midfield, yes, he is a very good footballer. I'm not going to take that away from him. But what we're trying to do and how we're trying to play, he is not suiting that currently. Last season and how we wanted to play structurally, it made sense. He showed what he was about. But now we've changed to something completely different. It looks like he's not suiting that now. You need guys that can control the game. Curtis Jones is better off playing in that double pivot. A Sobbo and a Gravenberch, for me personally, you could play in that double pivot. And because he's playing in there, it feels like he's not playing, which means we got less men. Like we have less men with Salah not coming back and not holding up the ball and not doing what he normally does. Then you've got McAllister not doing what we normally equate him for doing, which is keeping hold of the ball, threading those final third passes, just being good on the ball, being a player that is, you know, is aggressive, you can't get off the ball, stuff like that. But both of them are not doing their job roles at the moment. So that means we're going into games with teams are setting up with 11 men, 10 men that's outfield ready to work and fight. And we're basically going with nine men because 2 players ain't really doing what they're meant to do. They're just not at the races at the moment. So we have to take those out and add 2 others and not just give them 1 game, give them multiple games to see if something can change. These are the 2 for me. Is there any other 2, or do you guys agree with these 2 in particular? Or is there any other one you would add to this list as well?
These 2, you're spot on. Is mainly these 2, but I don't give a toss if he got a goal the other day. For me, Cody Gakpo is a big problem as well, and I've been screaming this for seasons now. Yes. Cody. Do you know what? Yes, he was. When someone said to me, look at his big game record, that's all well and good because I think he scores against most of the big clubs we play. I'll give him that. But it's too predictable, bro. It's too predictable because I heard some fans say the other day, he goes around the outside. He rarely does. And if he does it, it's mainly in a Netherlands shirt. I don't care what he does for Netherlands, bro, against Minnows and that. He did it once. He made Ahmad look competent defensively. United fans will tell you Ahmad's not a competent defender, bro. He's a forward. But he went round the outside once, and even then, it wasn't round. You know, when we associate round the outside, it's proper beating your man. He kind of just shifts it and then puts a cross in. He's not really going round the outside, but it's too predictable now. I think if you had because I know some people say Isaac has to be dropped for EKITIKE to start, but both of them naturally drift on the left anyway. I do think both of them can play, but Jerry's right. The one that's more informed, EKITIKE deserves the central role. I would even put Isaac on the left or a Rio, bro, because for me, it gives us a different dimension. Gakpo's too predictable, too predictable. But again, stubbornness. I do think being Dutch has something to do with it as well, because if you deep it, bar Frimpong, all of his compatriots start in that. I do think that has a part to play. And you know how people say he's changed a lot. Maybe for once he's listening to outside noise and thinking, you know what, this is one player I don't necessarily want to change. But I think he's another problem. And for me, the other problem is Connor Bradley, bro. I've never rated this guy. He's just a good squad player at best, bro. He gets the customary early yellow card. He's got a discipline issue. I'm gonna ask you lot in the chat and on the panel, what does he do well? Like generally, what did he do? He was living off an Mbappe tackle for the last year. What does this guy do well? Man was saying,
he works hard.
No, you're a prick. No, you're a prick, bro. No, you're a prick.
No, he works hard. No, brother. No, it's energy and he works hard. When last season, the argument why he should start over Trent, it wasn't about ability. It was the fact that he applies himself and he's a better defender, which I don't even think he's a better defender.
Who said apply? Was it G that started applying, or was it you?
Nah, G said he's enthusiastic.
Enthusiastic.
You know what Jerry just did there? Jerry did a Roy Keane. He works hard. That's your job. That's what Jerry just did. Bro, that's your job. Oh
nah, man, allow Bradley, man. Look.
Allow him, but allow him with what?
Okay, what? Okay,
exactly.
No, I don't want to. I want us to have the conversation, and I'm hearing it. But I want for people that's listening in, that's gonna watch it after, that maybe a Bradley fan, maybe not a Bradley fan, to hear both sides of the argument. Right? That's a good point where you said about what does he offer? Okay, as the right back. I think he's very good defensively. I actually think he links up well, but I just don't like the way he's been utilized by the manager. The thing that I think he could be better at is the end product. So once he goes on the overlap, what are you doing with that? Once you get in and around the box, what is the end product? What's the shot like? Are we pulling it back? Is the cross good? Those are the things I think he needs to be better at. But overall, he's very comfortable on the football. I just don't like the fact that he's now being pushed into this midfield area like what we did with Trent. He's not a Trent type player. He's definitely not. And then 9 times out of 10, he's making like these inside 10 runs into the box. And I'm like, I don't think you need that. You just overlap. Do the overlapping stuff. Be a right back. Be an option for Konate. Konate shouldn't be looking to his right and the only option is Salah that don't want the ball. Like, that don't make sense to me. And then that means I have to turn out and give it to Verge or turn out and give it to the goalkeeper. but we're in a good, progressive position here. So I just don't like the way he's been utilized.
The problem is as well though with Bradley though, because I agree, but he's also someone that I think he's living off his own hype. Like I'm seeing him, he's getting the ball, he's trying to do like Cruyff turns and take 5,000 touches and stuff. Bruv, when you came into the team, you were basic. You got the ball, passed it, and you ran, bruv. And that was what was different. That was what was effective because it was just direct. Is that what Frimpong's been doing? He gets it, passes it, moves it. Obviously, he's got a bit more pace and trickery about him where he can stand you up and try shift. But that's all we did when he came on. He was just basic. He's like, I'm going to get past you and put a ball into the box. That's all Bradley needs to do, to put it into an area. But Bradley, instead, he's chopping it. He's trying to drop the shoulder. He's doing Maradona turns and then losing the ball on the halfway. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, you're now, you're thinking you're something you're not. When you think about it, the reason why you got into the team is because you were doing the basic stuff well. But now, as he's kind of, got the new number, he now feels like, yeah, I'm really part of the first team. He's trying to obviously play his game, which is cool. But I just don't think he's, like, when you say he's a good defender, is he top 10? Is he top 5 best right backs for defending in the league? No.
It's going to be difficult to give him that, and I agree. I don't think he is at the moment, but it's difficult if you play night that he's playing like 30% of his games. He's actually playing at right back so far this season. Like he's not playing every game, so there's no settling in period. Like you go right, that is my right back. You are my guy. You are playing there. Even if if the form dips, then I've got someone else. But I need to have he's not even like Dom has played more at right back than he has, and he's sharing. And then he's sharing the other half of those minutes. He's sharing that with Frimpong. So he's not even getting an opportunity to actually settle in there. So and I do get the criticism, guys. I'm not gonna say like, oh, he can't get none. I do get it, but at the same time, the criticism I feel like he's getting, and let me know if I'm wrong, is as if he's been the right back all this season and just not performed. That's the way I feel it is.
Yeah, I think people think that the little bit of time he's got is not been good enough. I don't mind Bradley, to be fair. Like, a couple of different things, really. When people ask if he's good enough for Liverpool, I think he's competent enough for Liverpool. But I don't think if I'm looking for Liverpool's best squad, I'm not picking him. I said, like, when you run through the league, and I think he's a good player, but obviously I think most players are good in the Premier League footballers, and it. So I don't think he's better than Nico Williams, who we had before. I don't think he's better than Patterson. I don't think he's better than Patterson at Everton. I don't think he's better than any of those guys. And that I think if he was in Fulham's team and that, it would be fine.
Do you know what's
fine in that team. So I do like him though, but if this is Trent's fault though. This is Trent. If Trent applied himself more, Bradley wouldn't have got into this team at all.
Yeah,
because the only problem what Trent had was the fact that. Obviously, it's not his ability. He's like, bro, you're not applying yourself, which is winding me up because you're choosing not to run on that. And then when you put Bradley in, who's like, can't believe it, I'm in the Liverpool's first team. Of course, he's going to apply himself.
Yeah.
He's running for instructions, but you put him in the flipping inverted now. That's why what En said is right. Don't put him in there and then change what he's good at. That don't make any sense, bro. He's not a midfielder, bro.
Savage. I've always said, bro, that I'm not one of these fans that's saying sell Bradley, I think he's a good squad player, but you literally alluded to it. When he has a chip on his shoulder and he knows he's not the number one, he'll always play with something to prove. Do you know what I mean?
That's what it is. That's what it is. Whereas now the way it should have been is if Slot signed Frimpong and you're signing a fullback for 30, 40 million, he has to take priority. The same way we're talking about Wirtz and EKITIKE. And it's like you run Frimpong and you run it until it works, until you decide actually it's not going to work anymore. The same way we did with Nunes when he came in, the same way we did with Salah when he came in, or Virgil van Dijk or Alisson. You run that player, Fabinho, you run that player until you're like, yeah, you're the guy. So if Frimpong's the right back, you run him as right back. He starts every single game. We're doing it with Kirkes, but we're not doing it with Frimpong. So now what you're trying to tell everyone is, actually, is Bradley the number one? And Bradley's starting the big games.
Yeah.
Bradley's starting the big games.
You made a good point. It's also other stuff like now he's got the number, he's believing his own hype. And it's even like for his country, now captaining his country. I know he's done this for a little while now. He's believing he's him. He's probably got people saying, no, look, you're captain here, you're starting for Liverpool now. And he's starting to, when you kick ball sometimes, you start not even playing your natural game. Because I'm not going to say he's rubbed. Like, that was me being a bit overreactionary. But now he's trying to do things he's not necessarily capable of at this stage of his career. Do you know what I mean? So I wouldn't sell him or anything, but he just needs to be deputy. Because whenever
Slot, before that Man U game, Slot took Bradley off twice, He took him off twice and then started him against Man U. What? It doesn't make any. Why have you hooked him twice and then started him in a row? Surely you just play Frimpong at that point. The reason why Kirkes looks all confused is because they did this. They started the season the same with Kirkes. He didn't have to work for his spot at left back. Threw him in. Then he looked mad scatty. Took him out. Now he looks like he's trying too hard now. And you get me? You should have just left Robbo in. You should have used Frimpong because he's the one you just brought, and let them fight for their spot, bro, and embed in the team. But now, like, the man of them are just too comfortable, bro, and he's not a midfielder, bro. So have it. We created that inverted thing off Trent because of how our season was going bad, bro, and we needed to use Trent as a creative outlet, bro. Our team was struggling, but these men are not Trent, bro.
Literally.
And Slot wasn't here. That was Klopp. So why have you just taken over that same thing, bro?
And do you know
it makes
another
no
thing?
sense, innit? It's true.
Do you know another thing? We know we've got no structure, and you watch us, and you kind of like no one even. I don't even think the players know what they're doing. But another thing that adds insult to injury is Bradley's ill discipline, because you know, as a defender, you don't want to be getting early yellows because now you can't probably make that tackle you necessarily want to make.
Yeah.
Someone needs to put both fullbacks. You could say him and Kirkes. Someone needs to tell them just relax, bro. Because if my forward gets an early yellow or one of my 8s or 10s, it's not too, they probably won't put in that extra challenge, but there's going to be a game. I'm surprised it's not happened yet, but I feel like Slot is kind of like, he's kind of righting his wrongs early, because I'm surprised none of them have been sent off yet. But the minute they're on the brink, he pulls them off. You know what I mean? If he leaves them on that extra 10, 20 minutes, we would have seen not 1, not 2. I reckon we would have seen 3 or 4 red cards by both of them as a collective, by Kirkes and a Brady, and the thing is, that's a reflection of the team right now. They're moving erratic. They're not really settled. Like, they don't really know what they're doing. But these flying challenges and whatnot, yeah, some people might say, but against Everton, against United, you want this in a derby, all of that. Bun that, because when it becomes a detriment to us and we're playing 10 men on top of how we're playing, it could get ugly, bro. Because one thing about us, we rarely get battered, but I can see a battering coming. Because you see all of our losses, even the last 4, they've all been by a goal. Yeah, they've all been by 1 goal. It's not like they've been by 2, 3, 4 goal margin. But I'm telling you, if we continue to go the way we're going, and one of them gets sent off soon, because they will, you'll start to see us on the end of a battering. Because that's one thing I'd say. We rarely do. If we lose games, we might have played bad, but it's not like we concede bare. Now I can see what's happening.
All it takes is for, after Mbeumo scored that goal, for Bruno Fernandes to score the second and De Ligt to score that goal. And it can happen where every couple shots you take, they just go in and you're 3-0 down. And then what? Then you got to open up the game. You're now playing into the team's hands because they want you to open up against them. If they can sit in a low block, they know you can't break them down and they're going to try and catch you on the counter. I.e. Semenyo versus Bournemouth. I.e. Newcastle against Liverpool. I.e. every other game we've played when we've still been in it and managed to win. So...
So changing. Obviously, the gaffer we'll give him some time. Changing these two, let's see what our fortunes can get. And then the two that I think should 100% be starting. We just spoke about him. EKITIKE has to play in this team. Like, this brother is way too talented not to be kicking ball in this team, in this 11. Way too talented. This man makes his own chances as well. And I feel like at times he don't need his teammates, you know. Like, I look at him going, he's that guy that I'll just pick it up and run through these, man, if I have to myself. If you guys don't want to get the ball and play, I'll pick the ball up and I'll run through these lot and I'll go and get a shot on goal. And the other guy we need to speak is this man, bro. Why can't these two get games, bro, like that? These two needs to start games of football.
Because I was hearing this rhetoric. Oh, CHIESA don't fix what's not broken. Whenever he comes off the bench, he impacts the game. But it gets to a point when the starters aren't doing their thing, he then has to start, bro. He then has to. For me, it's as simple as that. But the former that you're saying, EKITIKE, he has to, bro. And like you saying, Ends, that's my type of player that has guile, that when chips are down, that take the game by the scruff of his neck. And that's what you've seen EKITIKE do in most games. And we were saying yesterday, Ends, I think one game that validates this the most, and again, it was a loss, but the Galatasaray game, bro, he was everywhere. Again, his selection of finish is what let him down. But every other part of his game, he was amazing. For me, he was amazing that game, bro. And he has to start every game now. And I think even the fans that back Slot and think he can do no wrong and aren't even thinking of him getting sacked, even they know if he don't starting this guy, I even think they could start to change and it can even unsettle. Because one of my boys were at the game, bro, and they were chanting for substitutions. They were chanting. That's mad.
Yeah.
That shows you don't have faith in the manager, bro. That literally shows you don't have faith, bro. So if we can see it, he needs to.
That's mad if the fans are chanting for subs. I've never heard that from our fan base, you know. Chanting for subs.
Chanting for subs, bro. I couldn't believe it.
Some Liverpool fans don't deserve good football, bro. Clearly. They like the old English football and it, blood and guts and that, bro. I'm fed up of our fan base sometimes, you know, bro. Every minute just wants old school, like, yeah, bro, it's about what you apply on the. Shut up, bro. We got techie players, bro. Man took his top off and everyone lost their fucking mind, bro. He's a baller, bro.
Savage, do you know what it is? I don't even think that's a Liverpool thing. That's a Northern thing, bro. They just love blood and thunder and get stuck in.
We get it, bro. Margaret Thatcher treated man horrible, bro. I hear it, bro. But that's not Ekitike, bro. I've had enough of this shit, bro.
Ekitike's fault.
It's not his fault, bro. Like, man, we need to follow the culture of the city. And bro, he's French, blood. He might wear flares and sunglasses for no reason, bro. It's not about you.
Do you know what?
Enjoy what he's bringing to the club. I hate, bro. Why is that, bro? Why are the man the most trying to take personality out of the club, bro? They don't want Lucho to do anything. They don't want Ekitike to do anything. They'll leave CHIESA on the bench. They can't do, bro. Just let the man have a bit of fun, bro. It's football, bro.
You know what pains me the most?
You know just we go there.
Diaz in this team, bro. Diaz on the left.
Diaz and Ekitike, bro. Come on,
bro. CHIESA. Or even, bro, it might just be problems, you know.
Do you know what's mad? Obviously I didn't want him to miss the next game. And call me crazy for saying this. I'm happy he got that extra yellow and put up his shirt because it was kind of a reminder. I'm here. Like, I'm here. That you don't need to know I'm here and I'm him. Yes, it meant him missing the next game, but I'm kind of happy he did that, bro. I'm not going to lie to you because, bro, when you're getting treated unfairly, you kind of have to do something to stand out. So I don't really business that he got that yellow. I'm going to be honest with you.
Do you know who we need to kind of speak about as well, right? Because I feel like the media in general have spoken about Wirtz a lot. Wirtz hasn't done this, he hasn't done that. Boy, Isak, he looks bad, bro. It doesn't look great. Like, it doesn't. Like, he still doesn't look sharp, right? Even though Slot said the fitness is there. The chances he's getting, he's struggling. I know they're not giving it to him all the time, but the chances he's had, you're expecting it. Like, yeah, bro, at this level, for the amount of money we paid for you, you got to be finishing that. Like, we used to say the same thing about Nunes, innit? Like, where you had 2 chances, you missed 2, he's got to finish them, bro. It's the same thing with Isak. Like, that chance he had when Konate's played him through, that is criminal that he doesn't finish that. For the amount of money that he's on and the level he's playing at. Snatching that stuff, like, do you know what I mean? It doesn't look good, and for me, it looks like he's struggling with the pressure of Ekitike doing well, because he knows, brother, I'm getting 60 minutes guaranteed, and if I don't perform, Ekitike's coming on. And that's what it's been like. And Ekitike's coming on, and he's doing way more than you. His link up's better than, because the thing is, that's the difference. Isak in our system is not going to look like the Isak at Newcastle, because teams are going to sit in. They don't want to give us space. He operates in space. So now you need someone that's a bit more cute on the ball, can flick it around the corner, can hold up the ball a bit better. If Isak can't do that to the level of Ekitike, you're always going to look at it and be like, Ekitike looks more involved in the game. Even if they score the same amount of goals, Ekitike looks like he's bringing more into the game. There was a couple of times he flicked it around the corner to a certain man in the game again. He went in, had 2 chances where he's cut inside and shot. He was involved with the goal with Wirtz and CHIESA for the goal for Gakpo. Isak hasn't even had a moment like that yet. He's had the one touch when he tried to control it. Let
me flip it though, yeah? You know how you just said, now you were saying earlier, last season I speak about Slot making big decisions. You're like, it was easy for the Kwanzaa thing because the academy. It was easy for the Trent thing because of the saga. It was easy for Salah sometimes because of the contract situation, yeah? Do you think that might be a reason why Isak's getting complacent? Because he's like, hold on, this brother's fighting tooth and nail every week. He's playing better than me, but I'm still going to start. Because this isn't an easy situation where you just drop Isak. You start getting the board saying, hold on, we broke the British transfer record for this brother. Regardless how he plays, that's why I'm saying he might be getting complacent. Because I agree with you that he should be thinking, fuck, Ekitike is going to take my place. But realistically, he's not. Isak can have 3-4 bad games, which we've kind of seen, and he still knows the starting position is.
Rob, you're right, bro. You're right, because most of the fan base think that. When the season was starting and I said I wanted Ekitike to play the whole time, the whole fan base was like, "Don't be silly, bro."
I was one of them. I'll be real savage. Isak was.
Yeah, but like I was just going off, bro. Like I know how we play, bro. I don't trust this slot guy, so I know they're not going to play for a striker like that. Whole fan base was shaking Nyash for this guy. Of course he thinks he's starting. Of course he thinks he's starting. Bro, every time, I don't know what it is, bro. Isak actually looks like he hasn't trained with our team, bro. Like he looks like he doesn't know anyone. When he's on the pitch, he looks like he doesn't know anyone, but he can play football. So it's like I'll run over here and I pass it to the dude with the hair over there. And I pass it, you know, when you don't know, man, I pass it to the dude with the hair. Yeah, I pass it to my man Dread. Yo, you start calling man Dread and Blacks and that for no reason. Yeah, bro, that's what it looks like. Bro, that's what it looks like. I'm watching him like
start calling Virgil big man and that. Hey, big man, find me here.
Yeah, bro. And when we was doing the watch along, I said to Ends, bro, that's our striker, bro. Beyond the halfway line, trying to pick up the ball. And if Konate,
it was crazy.
And if Konate doesn't give him the ball, he doesn't get it, bro. Okay, you man, seriously, against United, bro. If Konate doesn't play in that game, where does this guy get the ball from?
But unfortunately, this is what I'm saying is the way you'd have to change it is to be like, all right, we're gonna have players behind the ball like Newcastle do, where they've got Joe Linton, Guimaraes, and Tonali. They're all behind the ball, like we used to do with Fabinho, Henderson, and Gini Wijnaldum. And and people are playing passes, and we are the barrier just in case that pass doesn't go through because it's a risk, isn't it? If Konate plays that pass that gets intercepted, you need the cover. Right, so the only way you're going to do that is if you go and say, "All right, Isak, that's you, innit? You have to keep making runs, and we're going to keep trying to find you." And wingers, we're going to have to do that as well. Problem is, you've got Salah that he's not pacey and can't run in behind like that, and you've got Gakpo as well that can't really run in behind like that either. He's not the quickest doing that. He wants it to feet. Salah wants it to feet. Now you've only got one man making runs in behind. The only way you're going to get someone else doing it is a midfielder doing it. But now you're leaving space in the midfield. So it doesn't make sense. This is why when you look at it, EKITIKE just looks far better. Isak looks like he's got no personality about him. That whole celebration and that looks like it was 5 years ago now, bro. Like he can't even drop that after he scores. He's got to do the, do you know what I mean, thank you or scream. He's got to do the passion thing because EKITIKE when he's playing plays with and this is what I was talking about. EKITIKE plays with arrogance. Like give me the ball. Yeah, that you know when Henry used to be like, bruv, I'm not picking up. I'm coming to get the ball. Then the same arrogance I spoke about Salah. I wanted Salah to have in the Carabao Cup final when he was just standing out there against Newcastle. Yeah. Come and collect the ball and do something. EKITIKE's got that about him. Isak doesn't at this moment in time. So that's where I'm looking at, and I'm like, ooh, are you now one of them ones that are just relying on Salah to find you? And if it don't work, it don't work. Or are you gonna show us why you're 120 million? Are you gonna pick up the ball and beat 3 men and show us that I might not score, but I'm gonna show you that I'm trying to get on it. But right now he's doing the your thing. He's doing that. I'm shy. I've just come to the goal session. I don't know anyone. I'm just running around that top asking for the ball, but no one's finding me. I get one chance and I fluff it.
That's what it is.
I've been there. It's not nice.
No, but I've seen him do it though. No, but he's a momentum guy, bro. So all that stuff that man have seen from him doing that at Newcastle was a Newcastle in the ascendancy and they've been winning loads of games and he can't stop scoring and that. Man weren't watching the games outside of that. You know how he walks around with his head down, kind of just chilling. That's how he plays all the time because he doesn't kick into gear until Murphy or Gordon has the ball, bro. But in our team, he doesn't know what's going on, bro, and we don't know what's going on. And how is the player supposed to know when he does one thing one game and then the next game it's going to change, bro?
But do you know
Newcastle is a well-oiled machine. If Newcastle were failing, they'll still do the same thing. That's how you get better in it. Like, do you not tell me that? No, seriously, Murphy changed, bro. Did you not see a game where Murphy's like, I'm not gonna run across the ball anymore? No, Murphy done what Murphy needed to do, bro.
Yeah,
it's crazy, bro. It's crazy to me. I don't know, man.
Do you know what? Yeah, this is where it's back on the manager because if we're being honest, the one good 45 we saw from Isak, Eddie's a bad man, you know.
The kit don't suit him though. The kit don't suit him.
Yeah, it doesn't. But
he needs
what
goals
I would say is the good 30 minutes to 45 minutes we saw is when he had Verts behind him. Because Jerry, that's one game I saw Isak and he wasn't even fit like that. He dropped in, spun, and kind of got shots off. You know what I mean? The minute Verts got the ball, he found him twice. He did that twice. One, I think, was on target. One went shy of the post. And that's what I'm thinking. Slot, play them together. Generally, because I've already said if you're going to revert back to last season's midfield, which we shouldn't be playing, you have to play EKITIKE. But if you're going to start Isak, you have to play Verts because you know that Verts will find him. He's the only player that constantly will look for Isak. So
striker, Same, man. To be fair, he just looks like Origi after the injury, bro. But but it sounds like this. But Origi didn't play all the time, so you only notice his impact off the bench, which helped him. It actually helped him to be like a hero at Liverpool, so people like him because of that. But there was times when we're gonna play Origi in these games, but Salah and Mane don't know how to play with you like that because you're playing like a number 9, whereas Bobby's dropping to get the ball. So that's what you get. Bro. That's exactly what you get.
That's jokes, bro. And what about our boy Chiesa though, man? Can our boy Chiesa not get some minutes, bro? Get a little young start in a big game.
Is he back in the Champions League squad now?
Yeah,
he's back. Leone, because Leone got injured, didn't he?
Yeah, he's in.
That's worrying in itself, bro. Like off the start of the season, he should have been included, but brother just needs to start, bro. It's just, for me, it's as simple as that. And I'm not even saying he's this amazing player anymore. Like, let's be honest, as much as he is scoring for us and whatnot, he's not the Chiesa of Euros when Italy won it. This elusive player that was at the one at Fiorentina, the one at Juve in his first season. He's not that player still, but the way I'm looking at it, our front three aren't doing much more. You're 20, 30 minutes. You're doing more in 20, 30 minutes than they're doing the majority of the game. So I think he has to. This is a player that somewhat you have to shoehorn in the team. And do you know what? Play him in his, my opinion, strongest position, which is for Salah. But again, I'm gonna say this: all the Salah shows will be like, but you can't drop him credit. I'm fed up. I'm fed up of this term, credit in the bank. Credit, and we were saying it yesterday, ends. Credit runs out eventually. It runs out. It runs out. So for me, I can see a world where even if you keep Gakpo on the left, I don't want that. Play EKITIKE and Chiesa. Start them. Play Chiesa on the right. Play EKITIKE through the mid one, and we'll go from there. But he needs to start now, bro. And you know what? If he starts and he's not the same Chiesa that we see as an impact sub, then you drop him. But at least try it. At least.
But the last time we saw him start was against Southampton, bro. And this brother got, what did he get? Goal and an assist.
But he ran the whole game, bro. He was defending.
He ran the whole game.
He ran the whole game.
He was good.
Ramsey's right. He's not gonna be the Chiesa of old, but that's fine. Give him a chance to adapt to whatever new Chiesa is. He's not even getting a chance, bro. And that's
Savage,
the thing.
we shouldn't need him to. We shouldn't need him to be the Chiesa of old.
Exactly. But you didn't sign him for that because you already know he's not that guy.
Yeah.
So, but they're gonna put him in the game for one-off game and that, bro. And then when it's the game where he doesn't get a goal or assist, they're gonna be like, see, at least we gave him a chance. And that's not good enough, bro. He's been good, man. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, bro. He might need drug testing because he looks wired when he comes on the pitch, bro. Like he looks wired, bro. Like there's
Sav, he comes on red light because he knows Sav. He comes on and he has to be energetic and buzzing around.
I've spoken to him,
but he doesn't have to be like that, Enzo.
No, but he has, because he's thinking in his head, if I come on and I look like I'm busy, the gaffer might go, okay.
He know, bruv. As soon as the gaffer went and told him, you're not invited to pre-season, bruv, which I've never heard in my life, bruv. Yeah, you're not on the pre-season list.
Crazy.
He knew the writing's on the wall, bruv. When he got omitted from the Champions League squad and only got in now because my man got injured, Leone, you know. Yeah, bruv, my man. It doesn't matter what you do. That's what I said. If I was on Chiesa, I'm never playing for this manager again. I'm being honest. If I'm in that situation, I'm just saying to my man, I'm not even coming training, bruv. Is what it is.
I'm hoping for like a Cinderella story, man, where we didn't want him in the squad. The gaffer don't want him in the squad. Don't want him in the champion. But he becomes the difference maker because he's now in it. Like he becomes the guy that's now turned it around and everyone's cooking and I want that so much for this guy. It's unreal, bro.
He looks like you can't believe it.
And what, Slot's the evil stepsister? Is that what you're saying?
It has to be, bro.
We're waiting for the new man to come in. I hear it.
Now, because Chiesa, he really plays like he can't believe his luck that he's at Liverpool. Like he's constantly got this face on like someone just woke him up, bro. Like these shocked eyes and that, like, yo.
Yeah, shocked eyes looking around at the lights beaming at him.
Since that Welcome to Liverpool video when he was in the black cabin, that the eyes were just like, yeah, it's Liverpool, bro. He's proper on it, bro. Yeah, man. You have to use him, bro. Like the fans have noticed it now, and you know what I mean? For the more educated football fans, they knew ages ago, bro. But I think even the casual fans are realizing now that doesn't make sense that he keeps playing and affecting the game and you're not playing in the next one. It actually just doesn't make sense.
Do you know what, Savage? It could be a thing where he's just good as an impact player, but we won't know that until he starts. Do you know what I mean? And like
even if the impact's half an hour though, but not 4 minutes, bro.
4 minutes, word. And do you know what? You know, all right. The one game he does start, albeit it's a Southampton, but let's not act like this has been a championship team for 3-4 years. They only just got relegated. They're still kind of fresh. They still got a few Prem players in there. So it's not like they were.
I think we can all agree that Salah and Gakpo hasn't had 90 minutes of good football. So there you have the sub. Just make the sub in it.
Yeah.
I don't need to get to the 50th minute to tell me, I think Salah's going to get better from this point on. No, it's finished and it's done, bro. Let's take him off.
Nah, mad. Before I get to Slot's questions and that, man, help me out here. Let me get JJ back in as well. I got the team lineup builder out, man. As I said, this stream is more on trying to focus on how can we get better. We spoke about EKITIKE, Chiesa getting him in, and that will definitely help us. Salah and Max should just hold bench for the time being, and give someone else an opportunity to show what they can do. The gaffer can't keep talking about the problems, agreeing with what we're saying, but not changing it. So you got to change it, my guy, if you want us to be better, if we want to go and win games of football. But obviously, let's just bear in mind everyone's fit. I know Alisson's currently out, and I'm not trying to think of if everyone's fit. Actually, no, let's do it with that, because I think it's right, because we got to put a team out that's going to go forward and try and win the next few games, right? What's our formation, boys? Do we change it? Do we keep the same thing? What do we do, like, realistically, and with this team? Because we got players. I know we've got players to win games of football. What should we do from a shape standpoint?
I said it from the summer, bro. I don't know if you don't agree. I said 3 at the back, and that's only because we're signing the profiles of Kirkez and Frimpong. You know, Slot wants them to be high and wide and offensive. That's the only formation. The minute we signed Frimpong, that day I said to myself, and I said to my boy, we have to now change this. And I know some people might say, we don't really have the if we signed Gahey, I think we definitely have the personnel. But now you're having to play Konate as the right centre back, Virgil van Dijk, and this is the thing. We know his legs are gone now and he's a bit rubbed, but you would have to play Robert at that left-hand sided position now. You'd have to. For me, he's the only competent option. But let's be honest, if he gets that isolated one-on-one, we're finished. You already saw what Saka did to him a year or two ago. We will be finished. So, but for me, I think them 3 in the back. I think Szoboszlai and Gravenberch has the double pivot, because I think you've got a bit of everything in that. Wirtz is the 10, and then for me, EKITIKE and Isaac play together with obviously Frimpong and Kirkez out wide. That's how I think. If we'll just play that going forward, I think you'll start seeing performances and results. Salah and Gakpo for me get dropped for the foreseeable. But that's for me. That's how I'd go forward.
I'd go 4-1-2-1-2, 4-4-2 diamond.
I hear that.
Just to Rom's point as well, it gets the fullbacks up, but you just kind of make the DM do just the DM role. You get Vert, EKITIKE, and Isak on the pitch, and I think you still got 3 midfielders as well. And look, you look at teams that have done well with that formation. Real Madrid recently winning the Champions League with a formation like that. Liverpool almost won the league in that formation with that formation. Yeah, it can definitely work, man. It can definitely work.
What about you, Sav? Before I start filling some players
on same what Jerry said. That's exactly what I was thinking, bro. Yeah, I think it just makes perfect sense, man. Let the 6 just sit, brother, and do his job, innit? Don't need him to get goals, blood.
And you got legs with the midfield, because Jones obviously can run, unlike Alexis Czech.
Mm-hmm.
Let's check it out.
Right. At the moment, yeah, we got Mamadashvili is the fit goalkeeper, and that's fine. You said the 3 at the back, Roms. We'll look at it, and then we'll look at the shape that Jerry and Sav is saying as well.
By the way, Jerry and Sav's shape was my second formation. In fact, this United game, that's actually what I would wanted to start, but just swap Jones for McAllister, play Gravenberch at the deep 6, kind of Szoboszlai and Jones to 2-8, and then Wirtz and Isaac and EKITIKE up top together. That was my other variation, bro. So I don't mind either or. So
Virgil was the one that you say would be in the center, right? Konate in the 3 would be there, and you said Robbo, as the left-sided, and that's your 3 at the back.
But Robbo, I'm not deluded. Robbo will be our Achilles heel, because the minute he gets in the isolated one-on-one, we're screwed. But that's the only. I'm not playing. Kirk is basically playing in a back 3 anyway, as it is, and we've seen how that's panned out for us. If Leone was fit and we're going off that Southampton performance, then I'll probably try him there because he is a centre back by trade anyway. I'll probably play him on that left side, but he's not. So if I had to do the 3-5-2, I'll play Robbo there.
And then you said
He does play there for Scotland, though. He does play there for Scotland.
Yeah, because Tierney plays as the wider. Yeah.
And then you said the fullbacks or wingbacks will be
Frimpong,
and you give Kirkes the nod as well, yeah? Yeah, cool. And then who's your two boys in the middle?
Gravenberch and Sobozla.
All right, so Grav and Sobo as your two in there. And then you're two in front of that.
Sorry, Vert's just in front of them, and then Isaac and Ekitike.
And then Isaac and Ekitike as the two.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that, you know.
And the thing is, Isaac and Ekitike interchange because this narrative that they can't play together, it can be a blessing and a curse because they both naturally drift out on the left. You've seen it many times. A lot of Isaac's Newcastle goals or his assists will be from. I remember one that stands out vividly against Everton. Remember, he's on the byline and he's dropping like 3-4 players, and I think someone then taps it in. And then even Ekitike, I think I didn't watch Frankfurt like that, but my boy that watches Bundesliga quite a bit, he was saying the minute Marmoush kind of left, he took up. If you check the heat maps and that, he'll take off that left-hand sided role. So you could even swap Ekitike and Isaac, to be fair, but them two can interchange, and that in itself will give defenders headaches. Do you know what I mean? So, and then you've got Verts that will dribble, that will have to make defenders engage, that creates the space for Isaac and Ekitike. I personally think we go through for that for the foreseeable. Because like JJ said earlier, I don't just want to see results, because if we see wins but we're still looking dead, what does that mean? I'd rather see a few draws and whatnot, but seeing that we have longevity. But I think this will cook personally. I think it will cook.
And then what was the other one formation you said then, JJ and Sav? You wanted what, normal 4-4-2, wasn't it?
Yeah, 4-1-2-1-2. So just
So
normal, so split that.
Yeah,
put Sobo in the DM.
You'd put Sobo in the DM.
No, sorry, Grav in the DM. Sorry,
Grav in the DM.
Sobo off the right.
Yeah.
Jones off the left.
Okay, so you'd have Jones.
So you're just taking out one of the fullbacks and putting in.
Yeah, put Jones in there.
Like that. So you still have the stability of the three. Vert can operate further up the pitch because obviously he doesn't need to be involved in build-up, so he can be in between the lines, but he also has the freedom to swap with Sobosai or Jones, because both of them can still play in the 10 as well if need be. So you've got fluidity there, and it allows Frimpong and Kirkes to get forward with Gravenberch just sitting in front.
No, it makes sense as well. So why have we not tried this then? Why has the gaffer not tried something like this to try and get the best out of the players he currently has?
You know why?
Because he'd have to drop Salah.
Literally.
Gakpo.
And also fine margins. That's what it is.
Do you do it also because he will look at it probably, to Savage's point, he'll look at it and be like, yeah, but it doesn't stop the long ball.
Yeah, don't stop set pieces.
Yeah, set piece in the long ball. So if the long ball comes in and teams just keep playing long ball, then
and why won't teams just play the way I want them to play? Stop low blocking me.
Why don't you come out and try and press?
Can I just say, with both of these formations, and I know we spoke about, I don't even want us to press. We can't press anymore. Just stay compact. Make it
and then just played and you let the football do the work.
Yeah, I don't even want us to press anymore, bro.
Yeah, but it makes sense. You got Gravenberch just making sure he's stopping. He's just sitting in front of the back line and just mopping up whatever needs to be mopped up. And anything gets through, Kanate, Virgil, you man have to deal with that. You get your fullbacks with just high energy, just get up and down, get crosses into the box. Then you've got Jones cold on the ball. Soboslai will do his job. He'll make those runs as well, because him and Verts can then swap when Verts is, or even Jones, and like they can just interchange. Like, Jones, you can go to the top of the diamond. I'll pull out to the left-hand side. Sobo, you can go to the top. I'll pull out on the right side, and just keep rotating those three in there. And then you've got two strikers that any given moment you give them an opportunity, bro, they could bag, but they need volume.
And what I do as well, even like with an Isak, because I don't think he's been playing well either. I just put him in there because I mean, you spent 120 million on him. I'd even play Gakpo there because Gakpo is going to drift out to the left and cut inside anyway. It allows Kirkus to make the overlap and run.
True.
That ball's better there because that's what
So-
he's been doing for the Netherlands, bro. He ain't been coming directly off the left for the Netherlands, bro. He's closer into in field.
JJ, you saw that many times in the United game as well. Just Kirk has a shit cross at the moment, but you literally it's true.
Exactly. He was trying to overlap. So if you just give him more time to overlap and they can build that relationship, Isak can just come off the bench or something. Because if I'm being honest, Gakpo's been like in the last 2 games against Chelsea and now against United, he's been good. Like in terms of like, I know Roms was saying that I've been critiquing him in terms of like, oh, you can't even go around the outside. At least he's trying to go down the outside now. Like he's trying to take the game by the scruff of the neck. He's trying to get a goal. He's trying to take a shot, which people critiqued our wingers for last season. They said it was all Salah.
That's true.
So like now that he's doing it, we can't critique him for it. The only thing is you can't have 5 man trying to do that in the team where 5 man are just ignoring the pass and shooting. But then, like, there needs to be a balance in it.
My only problem with Gakpo is I agree with you, like, but it's when to do it. I feel like there's times in games where he's just doing it for no reason. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I agree. No, I agree. By the way, I'm not his biggest fan. I'm not his biggest fan at all.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, based on what I'm seeing, like, yeah, he's probably the 2nd best forward we've had this season.
Yeah,
maybe 2nd or 3rd, depending if you look at Chiesa. But Isak and Salah and like they've been trash. So it's like, yeah.
And then just looking at yours, Roms, what you're saying about the 3 at the back, and then your like Kirkes and Frimpong will cause problems, with that amount of space to run into, that freedom of that side to go, and knowing they've still got the protection of Grav and Sobo and Konate just covering.
Yeah. And we already know Konate in wide areas, that's his forte. Like if you see a lot of his good defending and last minute tackles and that, he will actually, you know what will happen, yeah? Let's say we get hit on the counter and let's say Frimpong's lost it or we lose it on that right-hand side, right? And then they overlap. Konate, I've seen it many times. He likes players to say, you know what? I'll even give you a head start. We're going to have it here. We're both going to run. And I'm going to you know what I mean? He loves that wide area defending channel. And this is one thing I'd say about Virgil recently, which is why I'll play this formation. Virgil defending wide areas, I'd say the last year to 18 months hasn't been the best, in my opinion. You don't might beg to differ, but centrally, box defending, we already know what he's on. But I'd say maybe you could say he's coming of age or whatnot, but wide areas, and you can't even saw it in the United game the first 10, 15 minutes. He's looking a bit uncomfortable now. And this, again, people are going to take this and run with it. I'm not saying he's bad or whatever. He's still the best defender, but I think wider areas is more Konate's thing. So I can see if we go on, if let's say if teams go on a wrap, but I feel the only problem with this ends though, as much as I would like us to play this, there's a clear Achilles heel with this, and teams will just target the right-hand side. And you saw it in the game in Emirates, I think last season, the season before, it breaks out on our right. Robbo gets an isolated one-on-one with Saka, and he completely destroys them and puts it top bin. That is the only problem with this setup, because with this setup, Kirkes and Frimpong are going to be overloading with the verse Isak and EKITIKE, and there's going to be many times we have space on our flank. I'm comfortable with it on the right. Konate will eat that up. Gravenberch will help him. On the left now, I think we'll be very reliant on Szoboszlai. If Szoboszlai, let's say for that 1 or 2 counterattack, Szoboszlai can't get back in time, Kirkes will already be high up, and then Virgil will have to help Robbo. But again, that's the only thing. That'll be our Achilles heel of this. I think a lot of teams will try and target our left-hand side.
Or be an instruction. It will just be like, if Frimpong goes Kirkes, you just stay a bit deeper.
Stay back, yeah.
No, it makes a lot of sense.
But
makes sense anyway, bro.
Anyway.
Liverpool's YouTube channel, bro. Training went live 7 minutes ago, and it's over already, blood. So that's
Jesus.
No wonder we play like that, bro.
Wait. Training started 7 minutes ago.
Live training 7 minutes ago, and the video's done, bro. And they didn't even show any footage, blood. They say, that's our training. There's no one there, blood.
Man said, lock off the training. No one can
lock
see
off
what
the
we're
video.
about to do.
So I said, could that camera on me? Cut that off.
You know, Slot shouted at one of the cameramen. He's like, I'm just doing my job though. I've travelled this morning. I left London yesterday at like 8, 7 a.m. I was here to record. He's going mad, like fun training, bro.
What do you mean? They move the time to 12? How can you move your training session time? That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. This team's falling apart, bro. Oh no.
So they said, nah, listen, we weren't ready. The cones weren't set up. Lock the stream off. Let's set up the cones again.
Cut.
Yeah, cut. Let's look it up. This guy's
Oh, imagine, hold on, there's just been a bust up with one of the players and Slot. They're refusing to train.
Yeah, man, we gotta sort that out before we. So I'm saying the conspiracy.
I imagine that. Imagine they got locked off, and in 10 minutes' time, we get breaking news: Virgil van Dijk, player manager for the rest of the season, bro.
Crazy.
Hey, go and get. Oh man, but
Oh,
nah,
yeah, there was a thingy that I can't hear what man was saying because I seen that yesterday. I thought it was lies though. There was an emergency meeting. Okay.
there was an emergency meeting from the Mandem yesterday.
Now, didn't you see the thingy? The breaking news last night was like Liverpool call emergency meeting tomorrow morning. Did you not see that?
Yeah,
No,
I saw it.
didn't see
Yeah,
that.
Yeah. That's what all
I
the
didn't see that still.
all them journalists on the posting last night, bro.
yeah. They were like emergency meeting.
Emergency meeting and that,
Nah,
bro.
do you know what? Robbo's playing in the next game. If there was an
Yeah, bro.
emergency meeting, Robbo's back in the team now.
When I hear emergency meeting, bro, I think that Saeed's about to go live blood. So I know Saeed and Slot sitting down talking about Liverpool, bro. That's all I hear, bro.
You know what, NJ? Bring up G's comment quickly. I agree with what G's saying, but for me, style of play naturally comes with a formation change, in my opinion, innit? And a personnel change is the main thing. That's the main thing I think our style of play improved. But I think naturally, with a formation change, style of play will get better, in my opinion.
Nah, big up for Coppish for the raid as well, by the way. It's just one of those things, man. Sav, you said you haven't watched the Klopp's thing yet, have you?
Me?
I'm watching it after this. The
Oh,
minute we
Ron
finish-
didn't watch it. Yeah,
Oh,
me
is
and
it
you spoke
Ron
on
back
the
there?
show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, me.
I don't want...
You getting old, bro?
No,
You
because
just no, wait, man. Then I have to let you know this, bro. He phoned me, bro. We had a whole half-an-hour conversation about the whole podcast. What are you talking about? What did you got, bro?
No, because I heard someone on the panel say they didn't watch it, and I
That
assumed.
was me. It was me.
All right. See, someone said it, Sav. I just didn't.
No,
lie.
but I hear that if you got it mixed up, but me and you we spoke about it on the phone.
All right, Sav. All right. I had a moment. I don't, let me live, Sav, please, man. Let me live.
Right,
I
my
didn't
bad.
have my green tea this morning. Maybe blood flow isn't
And
blood
when you
flow.
can't lack on the green tea, that's why I was a bit late, bro. You have to make the green tea, bro.
No, I gotta make sure next time I'm
In
prepared.
fact, the better one, Moroccan mint. That's what I've been having recently. It's proper, the Moroccan mint.
Is it nice? The Moroccan minting. Okay, all right.
It's bitter, but it's man. It's
No, but you put a little bit of honey. I normally put a little bit of honey in mine.
Fucking
as
hell,
well.
boys, bro. Charge up your crystals while you're there, man. I hear it, bro. What are you,
No.
man, talking about? Typing 1111 down and that, bro. You, man, sound like some baddies, bro. Load up the copy, bro. What are you talking about? Man said that, hey, Moroccan mints the one still. Hey, bro.
You know, it's mad savage because we were speaking about tea yesterday and he just mentioned it. That's why. Oh,
Let us talk about
Nah,
our
bro,
team.
this is what Slot's done to us, bro. Look what he's done to my people, bro. You got man talking about tea and that.
Where did you get the Moroccan tea though? The Moroccan one.
Oh my!
not from like an Asda or whatnot. They had bare stuff to it. My boy's Moroccan in it, so he dropped me a few
And
tea
get the
bags.
proper things.
Yeah.
Whoa. You got a tea dealer?
Must talk. Let's say,
What? Man said, nah, my boy got drop off that, yeah, dropped off the food
Oh.
and that.
I'm dead.
you know,
No,
Moroccan
bro,
mint sounds like a shisha flavor, bro. You know, like that. Yeah, can I get the Moroccan mint?
My boy's Moroccan. His dad, like, he don't buy nothing. You know, them man that are like foreigner, they don't like buying anything that's here, that homegrown.
Yeah, they want to get it
He
from
got
the
everything
homegrown shop.
imported, bro. But yeah, he dropped me a couple bags of it still.
Yo, if the feds listen to this stream, it's long for you.
A couple bags. Jesus.
That is mental. Big up though, man. All right, Klopp's comments, guys, and we'll finish off with a few bits. You said you haven't watched it yet, Roms. Yeah, I think you need to watch it, bro.
Yeah, it's
I'm
cold.
gonna watch it straight after this though.
You need to watch it. I don't want to kind of give away too much from it. Obviously, I had a few comments to go through, but this one as well, in terms of when they asked about like the money Liverpool spent, said no one told me that we could spend money like this, bro. I said, wait, what do you mean? No one told you could spend? What do you mean? So he's like, the whole time we could have been spending like this. What? And then told me that we had. But then he made a joke about it as well. And he said, look, listen, we built 3 stands and we built a training ground as well in that time, innit? So it made sense, the upgrade. And then he dissed the changing room as well, bro, which was funny, bro. He said later when we turned up in a pre-season game when I was at Dortmund, he said, "Oh, is this it?" The changing room. Klopp, bro. But nah, that opened my eyes a little bit. There was even moments when he spoke about, you know, sometimes when he asked about protecting players, and he said sometimes you have to protect the players against themselves as well, innit? And that just echoed in my head because it made me think of one player.
Yeah, because he said
I want you guys to think about it. What player do you think of when you say protect?
Because he said straight away, he said, "I've never lied on a player's behalf and that, but I definitely protect the player." Definitely, bro. But Roms, what you'll get from it though, for 100%, is, especially from being online so much, that man them chat shit online, bro.
Yeah,
you're just gonna hear like these big narratives that you've always heard, and man are like, "Yeah, definitely, that's what he said." And then and then when he speaks about it, he's just calm, just like, "Nah, me and my man are cool," and that never happened, and I don't even know what happened there.
I see that quote that Savage got extracted, him and Edwards. Everyone thought there was beef and that.
Nothing.
He's like, "Oh, me and him."
No, he said there was nothing, bro. He said there was nothing.
I see that one.
The one that killed me, me and Ed was laughing on the phone and that, because obviously it's Edwards and then what's Julian Ward?
Yeah, Julian Ward.
I don't even know what happened to Julian. I don't know. I don't know where he went.
No, I'm like, what do you mean you don't know what happened? Man, he just was missing, bro. He's left.
It's so interesting, just the fact that, like, because man used to think I was defending Klopp, but I wasn't. I was just defending where, like, if there's no truth out there, then how are you man just made this up? And I would always ask questions like, "Yeah, we're content creators, so send me the link in it. Send me where this article is, who said it, because I don't know how you not know and I don't know. We're all in the same space." So there's little things like that. So all I used to hear was, "Yeah, it was good, but then we went to shit because Klopp had all the power and he did." And then, but when you hear Klopp speak about it, it sounds like you don't want it, bro. Like, nah, bro, I just had all this stuff on my table to do. If I went from being able to coach the man, them, you want me to do this, then you want me to have this meeting, and I gotta go here, and then COVID hit. So it's dark still. It's dark, bro.
And then you ask someone about, "Oh, where'd you get the quote from?" And they're like, "No, but if you know, listen, like obviously us know behind the scenes, so obviously." And then you go behind the scenes, and man's like, "Yeah, it was caught offside."
Yeah, when your sources, trust me, bro, it's dark.
Yeah,
your sources,
what's your source? Trust me.
He spoke about obviously this as well. We had to win games of football in it, which we know, and the pressure that he was under at Liverpool in terms of the type of club you're at, and we're not like a low team. And what we had to do to win games is mad, you know, because when you think about it, like you have to be able to handle the pressure at these type of clubs. If you're at a lower club and man have to deal with that type of pressure and getting sacked after 17 minutes at the full time, plus not only you're now managing a team, the expectation is to win the Prem and win Champions League. And he kept his standards. He was like, "No, we ain't allowing that to drop. We ain't not allowing certain things to slip. We want to make sure we're competing at the highest level." But why is our fan base dropped like this? Why is our fan base dropped that standards that Klopp uphold it?
Jerry, Ends, G, bro, we started this season talking about performances, and man said, "Shut up about the performances, don't mean anything." And Klopp said, "Yeah, of course it matters how you win. You man pay your hard-earned money to come and watch us, bro. Of course it matters." Hey, vindicated.
You want to walk out of a game and going, "That was boring."
Yeah, of course it matters, bro.
That's what the ex-gaffer is saying, bro. He said, nah, we got to play good football. It matters. Because people are playing their hard-earned money to come and watch us play.
Yeah.
But I guess the problem is it's subjective, innit? If Slot thinks that's good football, then what are you going to say?
Yeah,
well, you got to listen to the masses. The one can't be like...
Yeah, but loud. Imagine I'm the DJ for your event, bro, yeah?
Yeah.
You know I'm playing classical music, but you wanted Amapiano and I mean a little bashment. I'm not running that rhythm. So I'm playing the beats. I'm playing Beethoven Symphony and that. I'm popping that off. You got to be like, yeah, like, I think that's good music. You man were saying no, but then why hire me then? The club hired this guy, so they clearly thought this is the guy that plays good football.
Yeah, but that can change, right?
You know what? It's a results game business though, because I agree that best combination is to be winning games, winning trophies, and playing well. But then we've seen managers, some of the most successful managers, if you're playing in a way that doesn't appease the masses, but you're picking up Champions League titles, what country you may be in, does it really matter? Because again, if you're a fan of that club you kind of take the rough with the smooth. You're like, we're not playing how I want to play, but end of the day, I've got something to cheer about at the end of the season. Do you know what I mean? And let's say you're playing bad, but it's consistently bad, which means there's some consistency to it. Does that make sense? And the trade comes to the end of it. I don't know how much I agree with what Klopp said, because don't get twisted, I love nice football, but again, if you ask me 38 1-0 wins and Invincible,
but he did preference it with saying, of course, the winning is the most important thing.
Fair.
So obviously, there's a balance to it, because if you're a top manager and then the likelihood is if I play good football, I'm probably going to win most of my matches. Yeah. The balance that we had with Klopp at one time was the fact that there was the grit with it, bro. That when we had to knock her down, some nasty wins had to get. When we won the league and that, like, we clapped bare teams, but there was games like Villa and that where like Robbo had to score, Mane had to score in the last minute, and it was a bit. So that's fine. Okay, but when you look at Premier League years now, back on that season when we won the league, most of it's cold football, isn't it?
Yeah.
Even in the games where you still knock it down to get the win, even like when Conte done that thing when he changed the formation when they lost the first 3 games, Chelsea, then won the league. Yeah, bare games winning 1-0 and that, but Hazard and Costa are still cooking. Like, there's still good football in there. You just changed the style of it, bro. Whereas,
it's true.
Obviously, Slot won the league last season. I didn't enjoy the football. There was moments at the beginning of the season. Now he won it. But now you're not playing good football or picking up the results. So what, bro? So then you should get sacked.
You know what it is, Savage? End said yesterday, that pre-season game, and he mentioned specifically that Arsenal game where I was seeing patterns of play. I was like, I like this, but if we're keeping it a buck after November, some people say it's from the new year. For me, it was a bit before that. After November, the performances got. If we're being honest, under Slot, we only had about 3.5, 4 months of good, in my opinion, good football. After that, it kind of was like, we're winning games. Let's just win the league. Arsenal, that fell away. That we kind of could just relax because we just done enough early enough in the season to give us that buffer. Do you know what I mean?
It's scary. I'm glad it's done and we've got that league title. We went to parade and that they can't take away from us. But I do look at Arsenal's team that season. I'm like, or even just Man City or both of them. Like, yo, if they didn't have them injuries at that point, bro, and they played like better football, they wouldn't even have struggled to take the league off us, bro. Because you can't start playing football in January, bro, and continue. That's unheard of normally, bro.
Yeah, we won the league in January.
Yeah, bro. Like I keep saying it, bro. 16 draws, Arsenal.
Yeah.
But who's ever expected to win the league on 16 draws, bro?
That's what we used to do. Remember, that's what Liverpool used to do. Bare draws, bro.
Yeah, they got 16 league draws last season.
I think it's 16. I'm gonna check again, bro. It's some stupidness draws they had in last season, bro.
I know, Savage. Do you know what validates what you're saying, bro? There's proof in the pudding. You're now seeing it now. When they're not getting injuries and they're playing, some subjective, some say they're playing well and they're not. But when you're seeing a Man City Arsenal, even if they're not playing well, racking up the results, we were 5 points clear. Now we're 4 adrift. Do you know what I mean?
Nah, bro, I want you to echo that, bro, because there's some idiot that.
My bad. 14 draws, 4 losses.
Have this
and Liverpool lost 4 as well. So we lost the same amount of games.
That's still a lot. 14 draws.
14 is crazy, bro.
Games.
Rums, I need you to echo what you just said again, because I had a conversation with this idiot that weren't listening to what I was trying to portray to them. Man saying we're crashing out over 4 games. I'm like, nah, bro, we were 5 points clear. Yeah, like, we've had a 9-point swing.
We were 5 points clear, bro, and now we're 4 points adrift. So, bro, like Savage said, if the Arsenal and Cities didn't have these mass injuries and Rodri didn't go down and Arsenal's home, because let's be honest, I get onto them all the time, but if that happened to our front line, God knows where we would have been. They literally had 3-4 of their attackers injured at once. Yes, you can then say Arteta's squad building. Yeah, that's where I don't have sympathy for them.
Yeah, of course,
you gotta build your squad.
Savage is spot on because you're now seeing it. Like, we're seeing it in front of our eyes. They're not getting these injuries, whatnot. Or if they are getting injuries because they actually have this season, they've now got the depth to. Bro, when these man get injured, they're not even missing them now, bro. Like, cool. City missing Rodri, they're still picking up
big ups,
points. And now we're adrift of them. So, bro, anyone
that's arguing 10 points. It was the end of the season. We were 10 points ahead of Arsenal when it finished. 84 points. They finished on 74, but they had 14 draws, bro. It's just changing 3-4 their draws and that, bro, and they've won the league, bro. And it's hypotheticals, of course, and it's our league title, so it is what it is, man. But seriously, bro, that's what it was, bro.
And by the way, that's not me saying we didn't deserve it, because
you deserve it. You always deserve to win the league, bro. It's 38 games.
I've always said, Savage, cups, you can cheat cups, bro.
You can't cheat the league, bro.
38 games from August to May. You can't cheat that, bro. There has to, consistency,
grit,
yeah,
and determination to get across. They asked him about, obviously, do you ever see yourself going back to Liverpool? I said, theoretically, it's possible, bro. I don't know what he meant by that. What do you mean it's possible, my guy? Like, it's like someone called you, or like what?
Just put the no in the bag. He's not coming.
Yeah,
back.
just say no, just say no, my guy. But then he also said, no, I'm happy with what I'm doing. I'm happy where I'm, what I'm doing at the moment. I'm happy with the people that I'm around and blah, 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 all of that stuff. And he said it. I think he alluded to if they asked him now, he would say no. But
yeah, bro, he started to once they asked him that, he started to be on like, I don't miss this. I don't miss that. I don't miss standing on the pitch. I was like, rotted, bro. Like he's had enough, bro. He's just like, I just want to make Red Bull as successful as I can now. I'm really interested in that. But at the end, the man's like, yeah, I miss Virgil's laughing that. But
Savage, bro.
Around the man,
the minute he left, bro, I'm seeing him at F1. I'm seeing him at concerts. I'm seeing him with artists I didn't even think.
I know Stormzy and Kieran and that, bro, next day.
He said, I realized how famous I was once I left.
I see that quote.
We've seen that before, bro. Because remember when Obama stopped being president, bro, and then he was jet skiing the next day in Virgin Islands, bro, looking like a different man. Next stress that, bro.
You know what is, man? Then if he can get, even if it's not as much as he was getting as Liverpool manager, if he can still make a nice living without all of the stress and media on you every day, of course, bro, he's not coming back. I'll be very surprised if he comes back to our club. I think that's just to keep it sweet and give our fans hope, bro. He's not coming.
I think he'd come back if the club was in dire, like you'd have to be a super Batman thing, like a crisis. Like
where they're like
the way he spoke it, the way he said it was.
I need to watch it. I need to watch it.
Not crisis like, oh, we can't get top 4. Crisis like we're 10th, bro.
Yeah, like that type of
that kind of crisis.
Yeah. G kills me. That's we ain't trying to see Klopp back here, chat.
Yeah, I hear it, man. Do you want something else? I hear it.
Yeah, when it's done, it's done though. Because he's kind of a believer in that as well, isn't it? Because when they asked him about United and that, and he was like, "Listen, I've always said, man, when you start bringing people back to clubs and that once they've left, it just don't work, bro. And I think the same with managers a lot of the time, bro.
But to be fair, Mourinho came back and then, man, they won titles.
Yeah, but then he got sacked the season after.
All right, I hear it.
No, it's true. So it's only really Ancelotti just goes back where he wants. Ancelotti just turns up where he wants every now and again. Zidane might be the coldest manager of all time, bro, because this geezer just became a manager. Yeah, win a couple Champions Leagues and that, 3 back-to-back, nothing. Yeah, leave, come back. Let's win another league. So now his record is perfect. Yeah, Zidane's cold with that stuff.
And then obviously he mentioned about that. This one got me a bit emotional. I ain't even gonna lie, bro. He said about Jota and stuff like that when he mentioned about what happened. And his whole demeanor, his mood, just changed, bro. Like he went back to the moment when you heard about when Jota passed and he said, look, the players are gonna obviously deal with it. And he also said, no one at Liverpool is not gonna make it into an excuse in terms of like what we're doing. But it is what it is, isn't it? Like the players are going to feel it because they're turning up to the change room and somewhere that this guy was always with them. So players are going to be dealing with this internally as well, and the club will be dealing with it as well. To be fair, but that part is emotional, bro.
I feel like we have honest conversations on here and whatnot, and I know you can't try to please how people grieve and that. But I saw a tweet recently, and you probably seen it. He's getting corned for it, yeah. But do you think clapping, because look, we all miss him whatnot, but do you think clapping at the 20th minute every game, someone's put it out, it's a constant reminder to the players? So imagine we're already 1-0, for example, the United game, we're 1-0 down and whatnot. Do you think it's something we should carry on doing? I know a lot of people won't ask these questions, but I saw that tweet and I said, you know what? I don't know if I agree or disagree with it. I kind of sat on the fence with it, but like, I think it is a talking point because you can grieve him, you can go to the ground, can lay flowers. Everyone's got their different ways of grieving, but it is kind of a constant every game
psychological thing. It brings them back to that. I think the fans that are obviously going to the games and stuff and doing it. I think it's more of a sentiment thing, just a reminder that we'll never forget you, kind of thing. So I don't think they personally look at it as, oh, we keep reminding the players of it's a negative thing. It's more like we want to remind you that he's always with us. He's always going to be with the team. We're always going to make sure his family, people that love him, that everyone around the club remembers that. This was our guy. And but I do get the other side of it as well. Is sometimes some players maybe wanting to deal with it, not forget it, but trying to like put it to the back of their mind and try and focus on something going forward. But every time the 20 minutes, it brings up back that, because I saw, bro, when Klopp, when you watch it and Klopp got asked, probably was buzzing, and then his demeanor, like it brought him back to the moment when he first heard it. And maybe the clapping probably brings up that moment as well. So it might have a negative effect, but it's not meant to be. It's meant to be like a positive thing. Remember you're our guy. But it's a good talking
point. Same with fans and players, isn't it? Because you could argue that, like, it's like if you're taking a penalty and that, do you want the fans behind the goal to be quiet, or do you want them to cheer, bro? Either way, they're doing it for you, isn't it? But do you want one of them's going to distract you? These are top athletes, and that when I did sports psychology, these things would come into play because you're trying to get into a flow state when you get into a game. So when you see a man locked in, walking down the tunnel, these men have been trained like for 90 minutes, bro. Plus, we're locked in. So like, take away Jota for a second. If a streaker ran on the pitch, bro, when I'm zoned in. Yeah, bro, it's throwing me off my game, bro, pretty quick. Why do you think that people talk about when with penalties that man are distracted? It's not an excuse. It's a reason. It's not an excuse. But I've done a certain thing. I'm about to take my penalty. This is throwing me off. When I'm taking a free kick, Ronaldo. I've taken a certain amount of steps back. If I take one more, it's ruined my whole penalty, bro. So for 20 minutes, and it's not helping that Anfield's quiet now as well. If Anfield was loud the whole time and then they start clapping on 20 minutes, it wouldn't have, I don't think it'd affect them as much. Yeah. It's too noticeable because Anfield's quiet and then you hear clapping. And even when I'm in watch-alongs, bro, at the first few watch-alongs I did, I was clapping on the 20 minutes. I'm doing the watch-along, we're playing shit and Anfield's quiet. And then I hear the clapping and then I look up and I'm like, oh yeah, 21.
Yeah.
21 yeah. And then you start realizing, so it would.
I was thinking of another way to maybe remember him, right? Like, do you think, because look, as footballers, I don't know about you lot, but you rarely, whilst you're playing, you rarely look at your kit. But to like remember him, I don't know, from a visual standpoint or whatnot, maybe we should have him like etched in some, you know how you have the 97 on the kits? Maybe we should have his name or something on the kit so that everyone watching at home will be reminded of him, the crowd will, but the actual players won't, because I do think it could be affected. Like you said, Savage, I do think every 20 minutes. And you know what? Yeah, you even saw in our game against Bournemouth, people can't really use the excuse, Liverpool are only using this excuse now, because we never were, because you saw even after a win, our player, that Salah was crying as well.
Yeah.
So that you can see it is affecting everyone, but I feel like we should kind of have memorabilia in a way that it's etched into our kit or whatnot for the foreseeable, do you know what I mean? But it's clapping every 20 minutes. I just think it's a very good talking point personally, because man, I think it can for, like you said, Savage, you did sports psychology, my boy did it at degree, and he said, bro, I'm telling you, like I feel from what I've studied and whatnot, it could be affecting the players. Yeah, but like what Scrap said, forever 20. Oh, it is. Fair enough. I actually didn't know that.
Neither, because I know that when it happened and we brought out we didn't have the Adidas kit yet, and then on the website at the time they had it on the front and it, like they had the heart with the 20. And I remember when I was going to buy the kit, I was like, "Raw, why can't you just why did it not part of the kit?"
20, is it inside of the kit or on the outside? Because
I haven't seen that one. I just remember when there was a badge at the beginning, and then I remember saying to my son, they shouldn't be asking if it's. Don't ask the Liverpool fans if they want the badge. Just put it in the kit, bro. Like the 97, just put it in the kit somewhere.
I think it needs to be visible, because Forever 20, I've not seen that yet. So if they've done that, then I'll take back what I've said.
It could even be on the back, like below the number. Like it'd just be there Forever 20.
It all depends on what, you know, like the Premier League have like loads of rules.
Yeah, rules and all of that.
Champions League. You know, Champions League have a like sponsor. They used to, like some European teams had the right to play thing. Like you said, Jerry, underneath the number, and I feel like it could be like big and visible. But then you're right. There's maybe
you should be able to get it though, because Man City and all that, they've got like the whatever their quote is, but they've got it on the back of their top, bro.
Yeah,
a problem in that. It's just you and Nike, and it's you and Nike you have to talk to, bro. I mean Adidas, because they ain't gonna care.
Yeah, it's like us with 97 in it. Like we've got 97. You know
exactly.
Yeah, the Premier League can't go against it anyway, bro. Regardless, they will be arseholes if they did. That's just will he go back? But yeah, the Gaffer won us our first Prem, brought us back to the Champions League glory days, Super Cup in there. He cooked. I don't think he'll come back either, guys, but it's good that he answered it that way. Just
you know what's funny? You called him that's our Gaffer, you know. What about the gaffer now?
That's your gaffer now. That's your guy, bro.
That's all.
Nah, bro, that's your gaffer. You know the American people say Trump's their that's your president. That's your gaffer, bro. Not mine, bro. I learned that, and man can't cost me for that because I learned that from you, man, bro. When I used to say Hendo's my captain, the had these pussies telling me Hendo's not my captain, Virgil's my captain. Shut up, bro. Virgil wasn't even the captain, then, bro. Hendo was the captain, bro.
Virgil's my captain.
Nah, man, listen, I want Slot to do well in it. I'm never gonna like him though. I told you that when he first started. I'm never gonna like him, bro. But like I'm never gonna like Salah's football, but it's fine. Just do well for the club and it's all good, man. Still legend and that.
Big up to Alex for the super chat as well. Doesn't matter what individuals are picked for these dead tactics. Ask Kirkes to invert, like dropping Bonnie Blue in a nunnery for a year.
Big up Bonnie Blue, man. Now respect the Queen.
Thank you for our services. Yeah,
man.
Thank you for your services. But he's right, bro. Don't matter if the tactics are dead, innit? Don't matter what we ask for the.
Yeah, but you'd think if you put like a Bonnie Blue in a nunnery, like for 2 years, she might come out a different person. Maybe that's the plan, innit? Put Kirkes there, he ends up playing.
No, but you can't take away what is it? Because he's young enough. You can etch in.
Yeah, people changing it, mold, innit? Mascherano was a DM, then he became a centre back.
But Kirkes is a marauding fullback, bro. This inverting free, like let Robbo do that job. That's where he's at in his career, isn't it? Like let him do that job.
If he can coach properly, then Kirkes is young enough to change, bro. If he can coach properly, you know what I mean. We've seen Guardiola change the way Ake plays and that, bro. You can do it. You have to be a good coach, though. I just don't know how good he is, bro. And yeah, man.
All right, big up, man. Big up to the channel sponsor as well, OK Jersey as well, guys. If you want to go and get your kit, go and get your kit there, bro. Code ends, get 8% off. As I said, man, when I get mine, you guys will see me unbox them, and I won't be doing nothing zesty, and I won't I'll just unbox it. I won't be tapping the box lid with my fingernail. None of that madness.
No, you have to do the ASMR.
You got to do the thing that.
Yeah, you have to do the ASMR thing.
Hey guys, it's OK Jersey. I've got a jersey for you guys.
I'm looking forward to it. I've got a few kits coming. I want you guys to see as well. So,
but hold on, didn't you have a request from the chat once about you being in the vest?
What's going on here?
Didn't it?
When?
This was like a couple. I'll see if I can find it. I think it was one of your videos. Someone asked us the end of the vest.
Oh yeah, they did, bro.
They did it.
They did, man.
Now you have to go to my Patreon. That link is in the description as well. If you want to head over to my Patreon.
If you want to see me, if you want to see more.
No, I'm just saying there's more content on my Patreon. You want to head over
only
there?
ends on that, man.
Only ends.
Well, big up to the man, then big up to Roms, big up to JJ, big up to Sam.
Get ready with ends.
Get ready with ends is mad. If I ever did that video, man, I swear to God. Whoever did that video.
I said get ready with ends, you know.
T-shirt from OK Jersey. Yeah, I mean tracksuit from Nike.
Are you saying trade? Big up to GB for subscribing to the channel as well. Do you, man, are you guys on any other streams today or doing any streams yourself? Well, Sam, Jerry don't do streams no more.
Hey, you're gonna do the transition thing where you slap your chest at the top.
When he does this, he goes, "Oh,
how did that happen?
OK Jersey." And then he touches his knees, and then got Adidas tracksuit on.
Bro.
And then he does like away days, and then he touches it again, and it's the wrong T-shirt. It's last season's one. He goes, "Oh no!"
This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. You man, yeah. I've had enough of you lot, bro. I've had enough of you lot. I would not be doing that. I'll do a stream, open it up, show you guys, and that's it.
But you got to do it with you got to like record it properly. Like,
yeah, man.
People want to see the details. So you might have to zoom it in and do the whole like, do you know what I mean? Massaging the kit, pulling it, stretching, sharing the material and that.
Yeah. You can't do a stream, blood. You better do a well-edited video, bro. That's what I'm trying to see, bro. The effects and that.
Put the lights and that, the lighting in the room.
The little sound effect, the whoosh and that, whoosh. When you change.
Yeah.
No.
Opening
See
the
what
box.
wrongs I got to deal with. Bro. This is what I got to deal with. But listen, man, go and get your jerseys there because I am not. Well, I did, but I'm not spending any more money on these mad kits because they're too expensive now, bro. They're way too expensive. 100 quid, bro, just to support my team, plus tickets to go to games, man.
So I'm saying, bro, you buy £100 kit then, and when I say slot out, man, try to call me a dickhead. No, blood, I paid to say man's out. What are you talking about?
Oh man, but yeah, in terms of later, guys, I've got the preview for the Frankfurt game dropping around 6 o'clock, so that's to come out tomorrow. Build up, and I'm still considering the watch along. I haven't decided yet.
No, just do it, bro.
No.
You made a commitment. You made a commitment to the.
Who made a commitment?
Didn't you guys make a commitment to the community? Yeah, we'll be making watch-alongs every game.
That's not what the sentence was, bro.
What was the sentence?
Sam said he was doing the Premier League games, and then he tried to convince me to do the Little Cup games.
M said he'll do the Cup games if I do the Premier League games. So I've done the Premier League games. It's up to my side of the bargain. He's trying to get out of it.
That wasn't the conversation, but it is what it is. But yeah, definitely the calling will be there. I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see the see who calls in on the calling. Should be interesting to see what everyone has to say. Hopefully, we're talking about a win though, not 5 losses. Would you man be okay with a draw?
No.
Yeah, I need to.
If I saw patterns and stuff, I don't care. Like, the season's done for me, innit? You just vibes now at this point. Goals, good, like decent game. Like, we're not winning anything.
Jerry, we've been here before, you know, and it was just. What I will say though, when you have
I'm experienced now, bro. I'm experienced. This is nothing new to me. You know, like I'm
experienced.
It is what it is, bro.
What I will say, if it gets to that point, yeah,
Mm.
that with no expectation, you can't actually be disappointed. So that I'm not where you are just yet, Jerry. But when you get there, like you're just vibing, bro. Like nothing can phase you. Do you know what I mean? Nothing.
I just want to see good, decent football. We could lose 10-0, but if I'm like, oh, there's patterns. Wigan used to play good football. I used to enjoy Wigan play. They conceded goals. It was nice football. I don't care.
Swansea, Hull.
All right. Listen, let's get out of here, man. Big up to the man, then. Ron, appreciate you, bro. Try and get you on the channel more often. JJ, big up taking the time out. Big up to Sav as well, taking the time out as well, broski, man. Yeah, I'm sure you guys are gonna cook me in the comments instead of the guys because I didn't say much. These guys did, so blame them. Put their names down in what you disagreed or agreed with. Ron, I agree. Sav, I disagree. Jerry, I disagree. Whatever it is.
People like me now, bro. They're calling me Thanos and that, bro. So, you know, Thanos was right, bro. I was right, bro. They know, bro. They're cool with me now.
That's mad, though. Why? How have they did? Normally, it was me they liked, and for some reason,
because they thought I was trying to be outlandish and trying to be a clown online. I wasn't. I was just telling you how I really felt, bro. And now everyone feels the same, bro. Start still. But big up Slot, man. Hope you get. You know what I mean? Do well, man. Your gaffer and that.
Yeah, big up my gaffer, man. Hopefully, you can turn it around. Big up, people. Enjoy the rest of your evening, man. Peace.
Peace.